Damn, Spancy.
Yes, sir. What's popping? What's good, baby? It's Friday night. You know how we get down, man. We had to come through for the people. No matter how you feeling, no matter how we feeling, man, we all gonna link up and make each other feel just right, baby. So that's why we here tonight. It's Friday, Fizzle Friday, the Marathon Friday, the final Friday finish line, all that, man. It's FFFF. We're gonna drop some A's on you tonight, though, baby. We're gonna figure out what's going on. But in the meantime, between time, I got my boy Mike in the building, man. Mr. McNutty, Mr. IWA, with attitude, man. You know how you pull up, you know how you get down. Mike, what's good with you, Playboy? What's up, man?
I'm feeling good, feeling real good tonight. Got a little wine in me already. Went out to dinner with the wife. Had some great pizza, local joint here, and sampled a few different wines, man. I'm a wino now. That's about all I can drink. You drop 130 bills, and apparently I can't do the vodka no more. So wine it is, my friend. Wine it is.
Go.
We're a little loose. We're a little loosey goosey.
You red or white wine, man? Which one is it?
I'm trying to get more into the reds. You know, I'm trying to get my LeBron James on. You know, be fancy with it. But yeah, I'm definitely exciting whites for now. Team exciting whites.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of exciting whites last night, man. We're going to get to that real soon, man. We got the Blues Brothers doing what they did last night, man. But, of course, man, you know, we here for a good time, not a long time. And, you know, I wanted to bring to the table, man, you know, I actually, it was funny. I was listening to the 40 Chess episode probably about 3 hours ago, and I had already came up with this idea of the show. And my boy Cooper had said something in the Discord, and I was like, man, this kind of was like an inspiration for me to want to do this. So I know Cooper in the Discord earlier had brought up a trade about Scatterbo. And he was saying how, you know, he drafted him, and his process of trading him was, it makes sense, right? But he said, man, just watching him, he's inspired, he love him, and just don't want to get rid of him in a sense. And he tagged me and was like, hey, man, do I just do the Fizzle and keep vibing, or do I just get the, you know, go through the process? And then I heard you bring the same thing up and about the second round picks. And for those that didn't listen, go on the podcast feed, man. Listen to that new episode of 40 Chess. Learn the process of all that we thought of these second round picks and all these second round rookies in our dynasty leagues that we keep buying seconds and selling for seconds and blah, blah, blah. When I heard Mike, though, I heard you say something about I can't remember how you worded it, but it was almost like, hey, man, I'm a Fizzle dollars this thing, man, and just roll with my guy sometime when it goes to this second round process of maybe it's not working out, but I might just wing it and do my thing and trust my own process in a sense. So that was a little bit of me just saying, you know what? I want to talk a little bit about the heart, man. You know what I'm saying? I think one thing I learned about charts, Mike, the chart don't move if the heart ain't beeping, baby. You feel me? Once that heart stop, man, that line is flat. You feel me? So I'm just saying that to say, man, I'm a roll with the heart. I love the data. I love everything that y'all bring because I listen and I trust what you're saying. But I think I'm gonna roll with my heart a lot of times, man, because that's what got me here so far, baby. So that's pretty much what tonight was about. But we are going to talk about the heart of the game, the heart of what we see on the field, and the heart of the locker rooms. You know, it's a lot of guys in these locker rooms that maybe aren't as good as we thought. Maybe, you know, we had them higher or we had them lower, but when we look at them on the field and we seeing what's around them, man, they clearly are them ones. You know what I'm saying? So I can name a few, but tonight we will try to go through as many teams as we want, not including the Browns because they don't have any heart. They don't have anything. So the Browns probably won't make our list tonight, Mike. But outside of them, though, man, we're going to break down some locker rooms, some love, and show the people some love while we're here too, bro.
Just bringing up the heart makes me think of the replacements, right? Coach McGinty.
Yeah.
What do you need at halftime? More heart.
Nah, for real.
Need Shane Falco.
Yeah, Shane Falco, man. That was the man. You know, Shane Falco turned into John Wick, man, after that season. You know what I'm saying?
You got a hell of a jersey collection for sure, and you inspired me to make mine. But I got to ask you, do you got a Shane Falco jersey?
I definitely don't, bro. You know what's so funny? It's Shane Falco was always the most famous jersey from that movie. I'm trying to think of another jersey.
42. Let's go with the safety.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember, what's the receiver? The guy.
Who's that? Orlando. His real name, Orlando. Damn, I don't remember what the hell his name is.
He in a lot of low key movies. But you funny guy.
Funny as shit. Yeah, got the stick 'em. I look like I jerked off an elephant.
Facts. Nah, that was a good movie, man. I ain't seen that in a minute, bro.
Now
But
it's
now I
gonna
might have
piss
to
me
call me
off.
a Flack. I said Flacco, Falco. Jersey. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Orlando Jones, man. Orlando Jones. That's
Orlando
his name.
Jones, yeah. Clifford Franklin.
Clifford Franklin. There you
and
go. There you
looking
go.
for a
There you
new hoe.
go. Nah, Clifford Franklin, a wild boy, man.
What about John Favreau's character, Daniel Bateman, the linebacker?
Mm. Yeah. No, that was man, Mike. You gonna have me watch that joint again, man?
Go give me the ball, Danny. Go give me the ball.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Damn, man. Why am I tripping on the safety? Just got out of prison. Wilkinson.
Okay. Yeah.
Earl Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Or you can go with the kicker.
Every time I think about a movie, Mike, I think about them in the jail cell. That's like my favorite. Like that's when they kind of got everything together, man.
I get up and I start singing and dancing to that too.
That's what I'm saying. That's every time, bro.
I start doing the electric slide.
Yeah, that's my one. That's the one.
At first, I was afraid. I was petrified.
Nah, that's when they all came together, man, and realized it's time to get this thing rolling, baby.
Yeah, man, I love that movie. Yeah, but when you talk about heart, I think Coach McGinty.
Yeah.
Last game of the year, or to get in the playoffs. What do you need?
More heart. That's all you need, baby. That's all you need, man. We throwing the playbook away, baby. Playing out there with the heart, man.
Need more Shane Falco.
Hey, Mike, man, what's our line, bro? Mike, I got it in my head. I can't get it out, bro. Friday Night Lights.
It's the story of this show. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't
lose. Clear
eyes,
full hearts, don't lose, baby.
You think of it, I gotta put the pieces together.
There we go.
Finish your sentence for you.
Here we go. That's
Clear
why we're a
team.
Full hearts, can't lose, Playboy. So that's what it's about tonight, man. We can't lose when you rolling with your heart, because even when you lose, you can live with it. So that's pretty much how I like to do things in life, man. And tonight I will bring that up. But before we get into that, Mike, I did want to bring up last night. How was your heart feeling, my brother? I know you're bleeding green, and skies are blue, clouds are white. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on over there, man. But I will say, I don't know if you saw my tweet. I said this on Tuesday's show with me and T-Rock. I said, bro, Thursday night, if the Giants, because the Giants had, I think, just looked terrible against the Saints. And we had talked about the Thursday nights, how the 49ers with Mac Jones beat the Rams. I said, listen, bro, this Thursday night, if the Giants go out there and beat the Eagles, don't be surprised, because that's what happened on short weeks when the team is supposed to lose. They go out there and play the best football they ever played, especially in a division game. And literally, I said that in the video. I really saw it. I believed it was going to happen. Now, I did think Philly was going to probably win the game, but I just thought the Giants would just look the absolute best they've ever been. And it turns out they did look the absolute best they've ever been. It's just the Eagles didn't come back the way that they've been doing the last couple of weeks. And honestly, Mike, to be real with you, I'm sure you can attest to this. The recipe of the games that y'all won have looked like this. The difference is they actually won them. You know what I'm saying? Like the playing back, the taking our time. We're not getting everything in order to win we should. And at this time, though, the ending of the game didn't come out the way that the Eagles felt. So what's your thoughts on last night, man? I'm sure you're waiting for another OC job to open up over there. And
please,
what you think about over there, man, with this 4 tush pushes in a row? It's a wild playbook y'all got, man.
I didn't mind the 4 tush pushes in a row, because that really felt like some petty shit. You know what I mean? Like, everybody hates it. Fuck out of here. We're just gonna do it over and over and over again. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
The fact I brought it up last week's show with you talking about it, like, this game scared the shit out of me, because there's no reason that the Giants should be in this. No Malik Neighbors, right? Nothing. Rookie quarterback. I think they showed last night a graphic since like 2000 something. Rookie quarterbacks are like 2-10 against the Eagles. The only wins Dak Prescott in 20 whatever the fuck his rookie year was, and then Jaden Daniels last
2016, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Rookie quarterbacks, I don't give a shit if it's in the division or not, against this Eagles defense, just struggle. They just struggle. Last night, I mean, there's some issues. We clearly saw last night defensively. We still haven't figured out QB or a cornerback 2 at all. Dory Jackson's ass. Keely Ringo played well a couple weeks ago. He was terrible last night. He was disgustingly bad. We haven't addressed that. In the offseason, we lost Milton Williams to free agency, Josh Sweat to free agency. We had no plan to replace those guys. We needed another edge rusher in the worst way. Trey Hendrickson, please come on over. Please make your way to Philly. But listen, I thought the defense for the most part played pretty well. The Adoree Jackson that was the worst effort I've ever seen on a tackle on the goal line to Scatabo. Like that shit should just get you cut immediately. Like there's I don't give a fuck if that was a Dallas player who gave that kind of effort. I would, as an Eagles fan, be like, you need to cut that dude, get him the fuck off your team. But offensively, the offensive line's banged up, but that's not really an excuse. You want to talk about what's hurting right now? The heartbeat of this team is this offense. It is. Like the defense plays well. The heartbeat of the team is the offense. And it's not, I don't think it's anything to do with Jalen Hurts. You know, some people want to talk about him still being ass or whatever the fuck it is. I've seen Jalen ball the fuck out, right? I've seen Jalen carry this offense at times. I've seen Saquon carry the offense. I've seen A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith or Dallas Goedert or one of the offensive linemen in Mulata or Lane Johnson. Collectively as a whole, this offense is disgustingly bad. It is stupidly predictable. We do dumb shit over and over again, and there's two people to blame. There really is. Nick Sirianni is an offensive-minded head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is your influence on this offense? Because if this is your influence on the offense, listen, man, thank you for the Super Bowl. Thank you for the run. Time for you to go. And if you're not going to make a change on who's calling the plays, because right now this Kevin Patullo is absolutely terrible at it. I mean, he is disgusting. Asshole. That's Kevin Asshole is what I'm gonna talk to. He is disgustingly bad. What we did so well last year, the RPO game, which makes sense. You know, that's where Jalen Hurts made his heyday at Oklahoma, right? That's where we made our heyday last year, running a lot of RPO. Very fucking dangerous when we run RPO because you have a dual threat power running quarterback. You have Saquon Barkley, an absolute legend in the backfield, and you have three passing weapons, Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, that are all dangerous and can get open quickly. Now, they get open quickly and they do things after the catch. We're not running RPO. We barely run motion. We have a major tell. If we're in shotgun, we're passing. If we're under center, we're running. Yeah. There's not a lot of play action coming from under center. This is the most predictable offense right now in the entire NFL, and teams have figured it out, which also lends to the frustration of what he does as far as game flow. The game flow and the way he calls games is infuriating, which is why we haven't put two halves together all fucking season. All season. We will have one good half and then shit the bed in the second half. Mm-hmm. Or we will shit the bed in the first half and then have to come storming back like against Denver. Yep. Yeah.
The rocky music get to playing.
It is absolutely fucking infuriating the way he does it. And last night was a prime example. Saquon Barkley's first two touches of the game. 2 carries, 31 yards.
Bro, the man could have had 100 yards on that first drive. I ain't gonna lie.
2 carries, 31 yards.
Yeah.
What we did for the rest of the game, 10 carries, 27 fucking yards. And it's not because the Giants were shutting it down. We just decided, hey, we don't need to run Saquon. Fuck it. He gets in this mode where he just wants to throw. And that's it. And then you go to the next game and he's like, oh, I need to correct this. We're going to run and not throw it all. And we go, what the hell's wrong with the passing game? It's not anybody's fault except for the OC. And listen, by default, man, this is how life works as far as a hierarchy. Everybody's got a boss. And right now, Kevin Patullo's boss is Nick Sirianni. And if he's not going to take any accountability for it, thank you for your service, man. Appreciate you. See you later. Get somebody from the fucking Sean McVay coaching tree up in here next.
Yeah. But Mike, that's funny that you said that because, again, this episode is about the heart, the leadership, right? And I think your OC right now, we clearly see he's not a leader. That's number one. But number two, the one thing I'm noticing, he doesn't know how to convince them that he knows what he's doing, right? Because we're saying how you just said, it's so predictable. But I watch each game and he has a formula of, at first he was running the ball enough where he wasn't throwing the ball. Everybody's complaining about we ain't getting the ball. So then he said, okay, all right, cool. My bad. I know y'all mad at me. Let me start throwing the ball. But then he stopped running it. So it's like, can we get a balance or make one of them work so good that the other side shut up? You know what I'm saying? Like if one works so good, like Saquon last year, nobody cared that they weren't getting receiving yards because Saquon was doing so good, it didn't matter. Now it's like, oh yeah, what y'all want this time? Like it's almost like he asking the players what they want versus him coming up with a game plan and saying this is what we're gonna do. Because when we didn't start seeing this pass and attack until they started complaining. Now that he's doing it, but it looked like he's forcing it, and it's not really working. So, like you said, Saquon, man, he looked. Man, when I saw that, I said, "Oh man, Saquon about to have a big night against the Giants, boy. He's about to go off." And then it was crickets after that. I didn't know what happened. Jalen Hurts started getting sacked behind the offensive line. It was all over the place, man. And I will say the offensive line has definitely underwhelmed this year. Coming into the season, we thought more highly of it. The defensive line, we know Carter was out last night. But again, bro, I say this every year about the Eagles. The Eagles, to me, are always a team to come into the NFC East, and it's on them to win. Everybody else is chasing them kind of sort of to knock them up even before the Super Bowl. I will say that it was always Philly got the best draft. They know how to maneuver. They got them free agency. So it's on them to win. And if they don't, it's almost like a pat on the back to everybody else. Like, yes, we got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I think right now, not comparing it to that season where y'all went 10-1 or 9-1 and then lost the other 6, but it's starting to get those vibes where if you win the next 5, the way that you've won, we still don't kind of believe it when it comes in December and January, where it's like, yeah, we winning, but man, we got to show that we can dominate because we have the roster to do it. So, especially against the Giants, man, coming in on a Thursday night, man, you got to punch them in the mouth early. And the way that boy, number 44, Scat Pack 44, man, that boy was over there dropping shoulders. And I saw the Discord, man, say you can't stand him. I know that was just a last night joke, but
nope, that's an all the time joke. For whatever reason, I don't.
Oh, that's right. I always think my bad, brother. My bad.
No, I mean, listen, I get it. People love Scatterbo, but the minute you showed me that clip, you sent me that clip after Jackson Dart's first start, and it was like 4-4 in the trap or whatever the fuck. I was yeah. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, he was like 4-4 in the trap.
I don't like this guy. I don't fucking like him.
Mike, man, listen, bro. This is what I love, man. And this is why I love what Cooper tagged me earlier, because this is exactly what I say every single week, man. I love when a guy like Scatterbo, no matter what you think about him, no matter what you thought about him, and his process into the game. Once you watch him on the field and you look at him behind the scenes, he taking his shirt off with Fitzpatrick. There are old ladies and grandpas on the couch that didn't know a thing about this guy. They watched that game last night. And they like, man, I like this Scatterboo guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of stuff I love to root for and watch. And that's the type of stuff that ultimately in my league sometimes it'll make me buy him, man, because I just love rooting for my guys that I all of a sudden like, damn, I slept on him a little bit. Be honest with you, Mike, I'm actually rooting for AJ Brown these days. You know, I've been the harshest on AJ Brown, man, but the hate is real, and I'm starting to say, hold up, the disrespect getting too live. You know what I'm saying? So
Jake calling me
Mike hating on the tight whites. Yeah, Jake, man. Hey, man, I told you, man, it's Iowa with attitude, man. My boy done switched up on us, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think what it is, Jake, I got a limit. I got an exciting whites limit. You know what I mean? And listen, Jackson Dart takes it to the edge. And I'm like, he's part of the exciting whites. Scatterbo crossed over, man. Scatterbo went past that limit. I'm like,
that's a wild boy.
What the fuck?
That's a wild boy. Who
the fuck talks like that?
Well, before we go into everything else, what you think about them Giants, though, man? I know we all for Philly. What you thought about them? Not just versus y'all, but that was kind of like the coming out party. But just looking at the right now and the future, if Dart and Scatterbo and eventually Neighbors and Dabo seem like his job is in good standards at a point. I actually believe that when you got a guy like Jackson Dart, no matter how many games they win this year, Mike, if they play like they played last night, that's all you really need for a rookie in his rookie season, especially when they ain't have nothing else going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the whole game, but when Russ threw that pass, coach was going, I don't know if he's mad at Russ or who he's mad at, but he went in the blue tent and said, Dart, get your ass out here, man. Russ got to go. Like, I can't take no more. So what's your thoughts on the Giants right now, currently, and what they got going on later on, man, that we should be rooting for these dudes, man?
It's going to be kind of these up and down moments, but to your point, right? They've brought enough excitement to the fan base, to the coaching staff, where we're not gonna have people calling for Dable's head, especially if we continue to do this. They lost to the Saints last week, and we're like, what the fuck? What was that? The
Yeah.
Saints. He lost to the Saints. Granted, it was on the road. But that was Jackson Dart's second start. You saw some struggles, turnovers. I know he had 2 picks. I think he also had a couple fumbles, so he might have been at 4 turnovers on the game. It was rough for him.
I
But
think that
then,
was him trying to do too much just
right,
because it was just, what I'm saying? He was trying too hard. I don't think he was just out there playing bad.
you're gonna have those rookie moments from guys like that. Um, it's kind of a mix of what we saw last year from Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. You know what I mean? Now it's not going to be as good because neither one of those rosters are as bad as this Giants offense top to bottom, right?
Hmm.
But you're still going to have enough moments. I think job security is a pretty big thing. Like that fan base looks reinvigorated. They look like they're having a good time.
Yes,
Dable looks
sir.
like he's having a good time. Get Russ the fuck up out of there. Like I hope they do the right thing and either cut Russ or trade him for a seventh round pick or something. Just get him off the team. You know what I mean? Before this
Yeah,
becomes a problem. Because every time he's going to have to come in, the fans are going to treat him the exact same way, right? And if Dable's having that reaction to him throwing balls down the field, that's not good for your locker room as a whole. But
it's not. It's
I
not.
think if they rally around Scatabo, if they rally around Jackson Dart, uh, to get whatever the hell they get out of Wandale and Slayton and little Jordan Humphrey was making plays last night. We saw a Jalen Hyatt appearance for like the first time it feels like ever in his
Hmm.
NFL career. I think they could pull some more upsets like this where, man, if they could get to 6, 7, maybe 8 wins, something like that, that's gonna be a good season. Going to be a good season, and
Oh yeah.
now we got something to build off of. We get Malik back next year. See what else we had in the draft and free agency, and then the Giants could really turn themselves into a contender for a playoff spot, right? Like I'm not gonna go out on a limb here and say, I mean, they beat up on the struggling Eagles. It is what it is. They got the Broncos, and then they have to go back to Philly. We'll see if we figure
Yeah.
anything out,
Look,
in a
my
couple
hardest
weeks.
schedule on paper coming into the season, so we know they're gonna
Yeah.
be on cakewalk.
Yeah, 49ers, Bears, Packers, Lions, Patriots playing really well, Commanders, Vikings. They get the Raiders, and then the last game against the Cowboys. So it's going to be tough to stack up wins, but man, if you can get to 6 or 7, I think that's a good season from the Giants, right? And just
For
keep
sure.
building
For
off
sure.
of Jackson Dart in his rookie year. And then, damn, man, depending on what you add in free agency and what you add in the NFL draft and get Malik Neighbors back, you could have a pretty dangerous offense next year, especially if Jackson Dart can maintain this confidence level that he's playing with.
For sure. And the thing about it, they didn't even give up a first to move back in to get their quarterback. So they still got their first
Yep.
next year in case they only win 5 or 6 games. But I'll just say in closing for me for the Giants, again, Mike, I always talk about this, the excitement, and no matter how the season turns out, as a fan, if I'm a fan of the Giants, which I'm not, but if I'm a fan of the Giants, looking at what I saw last night, like you just said, if they give me 6 wins and those 6 wins look like this, man, I'm happy. I'm thrilled because this is what I thought the Commanders would be last year, except they just ended up going to the NFC Championship. But I didn't expect more than 5 or 6 wins. I just expected the fan base to say, yes, we finally got our guy. Yes, we got new leadership, new ownership, new this, new that. The Giants right now with Russ, even if 6 games with Russ would have been, man, I'm done with this team. I can't stand this team.
I'm over it. Yep.
Six wins with Dart, we good, baby. We got a future. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
that's what you need, man, as a fan base. And I think sometimes these owners forget about that. And I like this comment because, man, that boy Scatterbo, don't get me wrong now, Mike. He was elusive as hell. He was smooth with it, but he was taking some major hits last night. And the week before against the Saints, he did as well. So we got to get him protected a little bit, man.
Yeah, Jackson Dart needs to learn how to get down and get out of bounds. Like it is
Yeah.
fun and it does fire your team up, right? When you see your quarterback lay into the defender, as an offensive player, you get excited, right? That's our quarterback. He's supposed to kind of be a prima donna, not get touched. You want to see him go out there and lay somebody out every now and then. Just please be more selective with it. I like Jackson
Mhm.
Dart. I like him a lot for dynasty fantasy football purposes. I'm telling people you need to take him, fifth, sixth in your rookie drafts, which was, at the time way ahead of, 201, 202 where people were taking him. But I said, I like this kid. I like him a lot. It's good to see him paying off. The rushing is very, very exciting. He's an exciting quarterback. He does enough with his arm, and he's good enough with his arm. And listen, it's not a good offense. It's not. So what he's doing is with fucking Wan'Dale Robinson, as your number one wide receiver. Like, that is the ultimate slot underneath Merchant if there ever was one. And yet Jackson Dart's the first quarterback in Wan'Dale's career to figure out that, hey, maybe we could use you 15 yards down the field. Imagine that. We don't just have to throw bubble screens to you. So he's doing it with a cast of basically misfits for his receiving options. I mean, they're all ass. They're all terrible. And then Cam Scatterbo brings that excitement just because he's a fucking bowling ball. He's a psychopath.
Fun gotta watch me. Yeah.
Like Cam Scatterbo is going to have a short career. I mean, book it. He's going to have a short career. I'm telling you now, you can't play like he does at the running back position. And he's a tank and a bowling ball, but you cannot play like that for a sustained...
He should have played linebacker. If he played linebacker, he might last a little longer.
He's going to get fucked up.
He should be the one giving the hits, not taking them, right?
Which, judging by some of his post-game interviews, it seems like the hits are already starting to take their toll. Like, there's a few screws loose up in there, but maybe he's just a psychopath who does a line of blow right before every game, and that's just how he's going to be. But like, he's not very elusive. He's going to take some big hits in himself, but I don't know. I kind of fucking like it. You kind of like it. You kind of like what the Giants are building, right? And I shouldn't, because I'm an Eagles fan and fuck the Giants, but it is what it is, man. You kind of like what they got going on over there. So it'll be exciting to see what they can build on for next year. And one thing just to remember, too, they've been doing this without Tyrone Tracy. He came back last night and got a couple touches, but we don't really know what that shoulder is. So if they can figure out a way to just not play Devin Singletary ever again, that would be awesome, right? And let Scatterbo be the fucking hammer and the bowling ball and the energy of that backfield, and then figure out a nice role for Tracy, who was very good last year, as this kind of like change of pace, third down, get him out in the receiving game kind of work. So they could be building on something here, and I think with Andrew Thomas back at the left tackle, that really solidified the line, because early in the season with him gone, that was a clusterfuck. Like, I don't care if Jackson Dart was in there or not. Whoever was playing quarterback was going to look terrible. It just so happens Russ kind of becomes the scapegoat, and Russ is kind of cooked himself. So,
and I'm with you on that, Mike. It's time to get those old guys out of there and just say, look, Russ, appreciate the services. Not that Jameis is the spring chicken, but I don't know if you know this. Dart and Jameis got this thing, man. They eating W's on the sideline. They seem like they a good, like good back and forth QB1, QB2. So Russ, you can go. Devin Singletary, you can go, and let's ride out with the young guys, man. It's just time to build with some youth, man, and not add these older guys that when they come in, the fans already turn the channel waiting for the young guys to get back in. So hopefully, man, we can see what's good. NFC East look like it's booming right now, Mike. My team is over here. We doing what we do, baby. See my boy Jake in the chat. We're going to cook some Panther nuggets. I said Panther. Yeah, they have the Panthers. Yeah, I forgot your damn logo, Jake. That's how sad it is down here.
What the shade?
Shade. But, hey, man, we here. It's all good. We got to get to the people in the chat, Mike. But, again, man, tonight we're going to talk about the heartbeat of the franchise, the heartbeat of why you watch this content, and also the heartbeat of when we make these decisions in our fantasy leagues, or why we draft these players, why we want to trade these players, and why we ultimately are here, baby. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people, Mike. We going to get at them, and you know how we going to get down, baby. Appreciate you. Friday night. Let's get it poppin'.
Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me? I'm the man up in this space. You the fuck you think you fucking with? I run shit here. I'ma burn this motherfucker down.
X Factor like Dez Bryant, my boy 88. Watch Dream Light when you living like a heavyweight. This ain't no 1 week thing. We grind like every day. Drop this on Fizzle Friday, cause that's my favorite day. And I'm gonna do it my way, cause that's my favorite way. They tried to put me on the shelf like I'm layaway. Told me it ain't no way, so I made a way. Welcome to South Harmon. I'm glad you here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I saw my boy Jake was pre-gaming, and he's actually in the chat, man. I'm so used to my boy clocking in and clocking back out, man. But it was funny, though, Mike, because I know we had talked about going down. This is a while ago, talking about going down for this game. And randomly, my mother hit me Sunday and was like, hey, what you doing next Sunday? I want to go to the game in Carolina. I'm like, what the hell? So I don't know if we going or not. It's Friday. I have no idea. But I guess we'll find out soon enough, man. So if you see your boy down there, man, with mumbo sauce on some barbecue sauce nuggets, then you know who it is, Playboy. It's me, man. But shout out my boy Jake for coming through, man. Shizzle's up in the building. He already got questions. He trying to get a solidified answer because he asked me earlier, and now he trying to, I guess, ask you, Mike. So we will cue you up, Shizzle. We got you, Playboy. Pops up in the building, man. Who else we got up in here, Mike? Jay Jack in the building, man. Shimmy up in here. Shimmy, man, he always got his rollie up, man. I gotta see what you appraise mine for, brother. I might meet a new one, man. All right. Hook me up, Shimmy, man. We got Govic up in the building, man. My boy Big E in the building, and EB, Eric Bryant in the building as well, man. So appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. And Mike, glad we got that out of the way because I definitely want to ask you about your boys, man. So we'll see how y'all do next week, man. It's a short week. Now y'all got 10 days to prepare. Hopefully you don't cheat, man. We know how those Eagles do. But
oh man.
But yeah, Mike, like I said, man, tonight I definitely want to talk about the heartbeat, man. Looking at those young guys like Scatterbo, like Dart. I know the QB is always the one looked at as the leader, but that's not always the case, man. And I just recently watched the Cowboys documentary on Netflix. A lot of times, Mike, I don't watch stuff when it first come out. I like to let it breathe and give it a little bit of time. Then I try to watch it just to see what the hype is about. So I watched it today, and I can officially say back in the day, now we're going to talk about the heartbeat of today's teams, but I would think for the Cowboys, I think Michael Irvin might have been the heartbeat of that team, man. He seems like, even to this day, he stands up for him. He talk about him all day. No, he's never left the bandwagon. He don't care what happens. He is riding or die for them. And just watching that documentary reminded me of why he is the ultimate Cowboy. Who was your ultimate Eagles, man, from that era before this era? Who would you say would be the Eagles?
I'll give you two, and I think they split it. Like from my golden years of watching the Eagles back in the day, for me, Jeremiah Trotter and Brian Dawkins, right? Now Trotter was there for a while and then left and then came back. Yeah. But B-Doc was the pretty long time standing. But both of those, Jeremiah Trotter and Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins, the constant, consistent one. Trotter, when he was there for the Eagles, though, that was a scary fucking man. That was a scary, scary man, right? Like, sometimes it's going to be those middle linebackers, right? You talk about the old school Ravens, that shit was Ray Lewis. But Ed Reed was also the heartbeat. So, yeah. Anytime you got a middle linebacker and a safety who will take your head off, and those are the leaders of your team, usually those teams turn out pretty good, right? Like,
sure.
You want to go back to the Bucks, John Lynch, Derek Brooks, right?
Yes, sir.
That's a good combo to have if that's your heartbeat of your team.
That was NFL 2K8, I want to say, Mike. I could be wrong of the year, but I used to play with that team all the time. My boy Warwick Dunn was over there. That was the team right there, man. Over there in Tampa. But I like both of those answers, and I did want to ask you: is Trotter Jr. Did he get drafted yet, man? Or is he still on the board? I don't know.
He's drafted. he plays on special teams every.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey, Jake, man, hit my inbox, bro, on Instagram. I hit you up earlier, man. We'll wrap it up. We chop it up about that, bro. Appreciate you. But Mike, man, so tonight I also hold on before we get started though. I did want to bring this up because I talked about Michael Irvin earlier, and I don't know if those seen a new video out of Michael Irvin, but there's some guys that had a podcast and they talked about like how certain players in certain eras couldn't match up with these players. And my boy Michael Irvin wasn't having it, man. He said, oh, hell nah. Who do you ever question the GOAT or this or that? So let me see if I can get this thing queued up, Mike, because my boy went off. This is the clean version because my boy went off on a 5-minute rant, Mike, and he was going hard. Let's see what we got here, man. Let me know if it's playing. You hear that?
Out of my face.
Oh, yeah. You good.
All right.
We're ready to rock with Michael Irvin here.
You can hit off the break, Mike, right? He's going hard. Let's see what he got, man.
Get the out of my face talking noise until you know what you're talking about. I will dominate this era of football. Dominate. Keep my name and my image. Don't try to shit on my work when I won championships on every level. On every level. When they can knock me out. I call passes in the midst of pain. Y'all don't do that. Y'all ain't never had to do that. So shut the hell up.
Hey, Mike, man, let's see. My boy don't play no games, man. All right, the playmaker don't play no games, man. The guy, I forgot who the guys were. I had the other version, but like I said, that version like 5 minutes, and he going super hard. Like I'm talking about, he going hard in this video. But they was talking about how Deion Sanders couldn't check a Justin Jefferson or
Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly, right? So this is when Michael Irvin was saying, like, huh? Like, don't disrespect us now that we not in this game. Like, I won championships on every level, and I had to play when it was pain in the league. Like, bro, for the sake of the show, we already talked long enough. I won't play the 5-minute video. I will just say, I'm gonna send it to you, Mike, so you can watch it. But he went off on these dudes. And that era of him playing and him saying, he said, listen, I can catch 200 yards, 200 catches a year in this era because I caught 100 plus in my era where I had to pretty much risk my life to go across the middle, man, every single time I caught the ball. So what you think about that? I wish I would have played the beginning of the other part, but what you think about this back and forth of that era and this era and who can play in what era and all that in football, man?
We're going to do this for everything and every sport every single time, right? And listen, some people lose touch with fucking reality. Let's just say that, right? Like I hear, let's talk to basketball because this one comes up a lot, right? Could LeBron James play in the Jordan era? And people are like, no, he's too soft. He couldn't play. Yet that's not based in reality because LeBron James is 6'9" and 260 fucking pounds, right? Mm-hmm. And has the skills of a point guard. Yes, he could play in a physical fucking era. And yes, he would still be a fucking nightmare. Now, we keep it in reality. Could Steph Curry play in the 90s? The answer to that for me would be it would be very, very tough for him to play in the 90s because he's not a physical freak.
Dennis Rodman gonna come right across and
he is not a physical freak, right? He is a very slender, smaller size point guard, right? Mm-hmm. Like you would get bodied. Now, there are some freaks out there who did it in the 90s, right? Remember Muggsy Bogues, right? Muggsy Bogues, tiny man, didn't matter. Like, went out there just quicker than everybody. So maybe. Now let's go to football. If we want to compare across eras, could a superstar back in the day from 1940s defensive lineman play in modern NFL today? The answer to that, based in reality, is no. Mm-hmm. Because most defensive linemen in the fucking 40s were 6'2", 215 pounds, right?
Hey, but they wore leather helmets now. Them doors might have been. It was tough now.
They was tough, but they'd probably have to play safety.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
you're not playing D tackle. Okay?
For sure.
Now, let's base this all in reality about could Deion Sanders cover fucking Justin Jefferson? Abso-fucking-lutely he could cover Justin Jefferson. Now, would Jefferson win some of those? Yeah, because Jefferson's pretty fucking good at his craft. He's a pretty good route runner, right? Like the best that we have in the league right now. He would get some of Deion, but Deion, let's not forget, one of the greatest athletes to ever play sports, right? Mm-hmm. Fast as shit, quick feet, elusive as hell, right? There's a reason he played both ways sometimes for Dallas. So that's ridiculous. And then on the Michael Irvin point, people act like Michael Irvin was this small, slow wide receiver of the 90s, and he just got by because he's very passionate and very physical. Forgetting the fact that Michael Irvin, back in his heyday, was built like a fucking tank at 6'2", 210. You know, he's a bigger Jamar Chase. And he also goes out and runs just as fast as fucking Jamar Chase. Michael Irvin could dominate in today's age, right?
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't have to worry about getting his head taken off by a Brian Dawkins, if he doesn't have to worry about getting lit up by a John Lynch anymore.
Ronnie
right?
Lott. All these
Ronnie
guys, right?
fucking Lott, a psychopath, a legit psychopath. Let's not forget Ronnie Lott's the same guy in the Super Bowl where they told him you can't go back into the game at halftime because your finger's so fucked up. And Ronnie Lott said, cut the motherfucker off.
Facts.
I'm playing. I can't play with this finger. Cut it off. I don't need it.
Crazy.
Yes, Michael Irvin could fucking play and dominate, right? Steve Smith could play and dominate in this. We're not talking that far removed from eras. Now, here's the thing. Could some of these offensive linemen who played in the 90s dominate now? Maybe, maybe not. Because as a whole, based in reality, defensive linemen are bigger, stronger, and faster than they ever have been. We have absolute fucking freaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got guys like Nolan Smith of the Eagles who goes out there and runs in the 4.3s, at 240, 250 pounds. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
You got Jalen Carter, and we just saw what Jordan Davis did. Could some of these tubs from back in the day play offensive linemen to the level that they did? Maybe, maybe not, right? There was only a handful of Reggie Whites back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems like we're littered across the board. Myles Garrett's a fucking freak. The Eagles' defensive line's a freak. Michael Parsons is a freak. The Giants seem to have like 5 freaks on their defensive line. Let's just keep the arguments based in reality. But if we're going to talk wide receivers and cornerbacks, Jerry Rice, fucking Michael Irvin, yes, they would do just fine today. And the same thing for the greatest corners who played in the 90s.
Sure.
Yes, they would do just fucking fine playing today. It is a slightly different game, right, as far as physicality goes. So if you're going to talk about guys who played in an extremely physical era who now don't get to get touched –
What do you think they're gonna do now? Like they don't have to get.
Yes.
I don't have to worry about dying when I cross the middle. What?
I know I've gotten too old and we've lost all touch with reality. When in about 10 or 15 years, there's going to be people out there having a conversation like, could Calvin Johnson play, in today's game and actually do well? Like, get the fuck out of here. Calvin Johnson's the only dude I've ever seen where they put 2 fucking guys on him at the line of scrimmage and then put 2 more over the top. And Matt Stafford still says, fuck it, we don't care that there's quadruple coverage. You're still going to make this play, right? Like, I know we've lost all touch with reality when that's an argument.
Nah, for sure. But that was the basis of that conversation, Mike. And I will say, like I said, I'm gonna send you the video, man, because the guys got like a 20-second part, and then Michael Irvin went man for like 5 minutes, right? I mean, you know him. He gets animated, but he was for real with this one, bro. Like he let them dudes have it. I feel bad for their podcast because it might be over with after this one, but my boy Playmaker ain't having that, man. So.
Like I said, it just needs to be based in reality, right? Like, could Babe Ruth play baseball in today's era? No, not a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth smoked cigars, had a fucking pot belly on him. Looked like me when I was 340 pounds. He just so happened to be very good at hitting a baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also facing pitchers who threw 75-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah.
Not fucking Aroldis Chapman or Paul Skeens who are throwing fucking 104, 105 at his fucking head. It's not happening. It's not happening. Just keep your arguments about crosshairs based in some form of reality and stop being so ludicrous about it. So I'm glad Michael Irvin lit those fucking guys up for their dumbass takes.
Well, you know him, bro. He is going to do what he do, man. That's for sure. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. We all know that. Shout out my boy 88, though, baby. That is my dog. But, Mike, man, I did want to start it, man. I know we're 40 minutes in. We had us a good time, man. People ain't complaining, so we ain't going to complain. But I will just go down a list of teams, I guess, man. We don't have to go through all 32. We can if we want, if we end up going through them. But you give me, we start with our team. Let's start with our team. Matter of fact, let's do it by divisions. I think that'll be easier instead of going A to Z. Yeah. Go by division. NFC East guys. Currently, right now, who is the heartbeat of the Philadelphia Eagles? And without that guy, why are you guys not going to win the game if he's not around?
Jalen Hurts. It's the quarterback.
There we go. Great.
It's the quarterback.
100% with you on that one.
Quiet leader, but he's the leader. He's the heartbeat of the fucking team, for sure. Like, they look at him. If Jalen Hurts were to change personalities, let's just live in that world. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts is the one on the sideline throwing his fucking helmet every time he threw a pick and, like, losing his shit. This team would collapse into fucking anarchy.
100%.
That's your heartbeat right there. But because he provides that steady, all right, next play, on to the next, right? His answers are the same way that he acts when he's on the sideline. It's that consistency, that quiet leader. I got you. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to make the next play. We're on to the next. That's the kind of guy that you want. That's the heartbeat of the Eagles team right now.
And Mike, crazy part is I just brought this up with T-Rock the other day. Remember, he was like this in college. When he lost his job to Tua, he didn't say one word. He was chilling. He was clapping Tua on. And it's so funny because I was trying to convince Rock about Tua being kind of a guy that without Tyreek, he might not need when he had Brian Flores, he was flustered, right? He didn't know what to do. He was kind of like heartbroken in a sense, like kind of frustrated, not knowing what to do because he don't seem like he's good under pressure, is what I'm trying to say. I think Tyreek Hill was a lot of pressure for Tua. And I'm not saying that he's going to be this all of a sudden this great quarterback because you need a Tyreek Hill in that offense. But I think the consistency, I know they played the Panthers, but the consistency of the Tua we saw 2 weeks ago or last week, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 75 plus completion rate. I think we might start seeing that without the pressure of if I don't get Tyreek Hill the ball, I got to hear about it all week. And I think he just works better when it's a calm environment. And I say all that to say, it's funny how he took Jalen Hurts' spot because Hurts seems to be calm no matter what's going on around him.
Yep.
And no matter who's chirping in his ear, no matter what the fans think, even when Wentz was dead, he was chilling. Even when the team decided to lose on purpose, he looked pretty mad. That's the first time I probably seen him mad, but he was chilling. So I say all that to say, when I try to bring it to Tua thing, it's just funny that Tua took his spot because Jalen Hurts is the ultimate leader, competitor, and just the coolest guy of all time, man. That's my dog. I said it on draft day. Philly, I didn't know you at the time, but Philly don't deserve Jalen Hurts, and damn it, you still got him. I'm still mad, man. That was my boy. Because y'all ain't appreciate him when he came out. That's why I was mad. I said, man, they don't deserve me. My brother, I text my brother. He always tell me, and one thing he would say, your man Hurts. Now it's his man. But back in, man, that's your man. I know. I'm gonna show
He's
you.
ours now. And ain't nobody getting him back.
Whoop, there it is. Well, since you don't went on your quarterback, I will say, I think my team, I'm going to Cowboys. I think my team never had a leader, Mike. I think that's the reason why we go to games and lose when we're not supposed to win. I mean, when we're supposed to win. It's a lot of back and forth, right? I think the media gets to this team, the owner, the coach, pretty much just being a guy with a job. He's a jag in a sense. I think right now it's Dak Prescott, though, baby. Dak Prescott, number 4, is the leader. I don't know if it's the light beard because he kind of shaved it down a little bit. I don't know if it's because he just had a new baby. I don't know what it is, but Dak Prescott is kind of here to show everybody. I don't care what's around me. I don't care if Flow Rider. I don't give a damn who is around on my offense. I'm going to lead us to wherever we need to be. And I'm not saying that this year is going to equal up to Super Bowl success, but I am glad to see him stand in front of everything that's coming. And he hadn't backed down yet, man. Over the years, I've seen Dak kind of take the light way out and kind of fall back. But it seems like right now, man, he ain't making no complaints. We got 4 offensive linemen hurt. The defense is the worst in the league. CeeDee Lamb hurt. He doing this thing. He don't give a damn who on the offense. He going to get the ball to him. I think Dak Prescott is 100% the Cowboys leader currently right now for sure.
Yeah, and I think Cowboys will have success if that continues, right? Because, like you said, for the longest time, it didn't feel like he had one, right? Wasn't a coach.
He didn't.
Wasn't somebody that you could point to on defense. Wasn't an offensive lineman. Everybody wanted Dak to be it, but he wasn't really ready to do it or didn't really take responsibility. And now I think in his more advanced age of his career, Dak Prescott's taking that responsibility on. And I think that is probably the big reason why the Cowboys are where they're at, right? Like, they should be dead. They should be eliminated. They have no defense. Like you said, they have no CeeDee Lamb. You know, they're relying on what was a cast-off Javonte Williams to lead that running game. The offensive line has kind of been sketchy at times, and none of that shit really seems to matter. Like, the Cowboys are in games that they shouldn't be in games, and I think it's credit to Dak, man. I think he's taking that on, man. I think you're right. Dak Prescott's the leader of the Cowboys, the heartbeat right now. And hopefully for your sake and for the Cowboys' sake and for my fantasy team's sake, that shit continues.
For sure. And that's what I like to hear, Mike. When we talking fantasy, we will get into a little bit of that as we talk about these teams. But shout out my boy Eric, man. He said, hey, man, how long have he been? Where's Mike's beard, man? Mike definitely chopped it down a little while ago. But I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I don't know if I'm at a standstill. Mine does not grow probably no further than this. Yours seems to just keep on flowing. Every time you chop it off, come right back like grass, baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking I might need to trim it again, man. It's only been a few weeks and this shit's getting scruffy already.
I'll just say this, Mike. I like the short look on you, brother. You can actually see that. I mean, we all know you lost weight.
I got a neck. I didn't know I had a neck before. You know what I mean?
There we go. We all know you lost weight, but you could definitely see it when your face is shaved down.
I didn't want to not have a beard when you're 340 pounds. You know what I mean? Because you got a few chins. You got a few chins. I didn't want people to really see the fact that I was a fat sack of shit. But
well, you having flashbacks. That's why you kept it growing, huh?
Yeah, we just kept it growing, and I figure it's time for a change. We changed the body composition. Might as well cut the beard down, see what's under there. And
I'm with you,
apparently a
brother.
lot of white skin. This thing hadn't seen sun in
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
long
You gotta
time.
lay out. You gotta lay
Yeah,
out, man.
yeah.
Like literally, just lay out, man. There you go. There you
I
go.
need one of those reflectors. You see the old school they put in front of you.
Nah, you don't need no sunburn, my brother. We don't need that. Come on, Pops. We ain't making no excuses, man. We gonna get to your bum team. Actually, let's talk about the Commanders, man. I'm
Jane
not gonna say
Daniels.
it is. But I won't say this. It is Jaden Daniels, but I will say I think it's a tie for me. Dan Quinn to me is the ultimate leader as well.
That's fair. Yep.
I think this team wouldn't be where they are right now if Dan Quinn wasn't in that building and they picked up some other coach off the street before they made that move last year.
Jaden Daniels is the heartbeat of that offense, but that defense wouldn't be playing as well as it did last year and near as well as it is this year without Dan Quinn, because Dan Quinn's the heartbeat of that defense, and he inspires shittier players to play a hell of a lot better than they should be playing.
He should be in Dallas right now. I know.
They got a lot of old, crusty, gross fucking dudes that are on the verge of being out of the league playing like real above average starters.
Definitely, Mike.
He's done it for 2 years now. So, yes, can't argue with there. Dan Quinn, if you want to give him the overall, that's fine. But I think it is separated between the two. Dan Quinn is the heartbeat of that defense as the head coach. And I think it does bleed over to the offense. But the offense wouldn't be what it was at all without Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, no, I just say for me, I think the tiebreaker would be I think Dan had to bring Jaden Daniels on because Jaden was a rookie. He's only a year two. I think Dan set the tone, and then Jaden just finished it. He's the primer in a sense. Dan was the tone, Jaden was the primer. So I will probably roll with Dan as the heartbeat, my favorite of that team. But we all love Jaden, baby. That's why we go show up. But let's get to the Giants because we did talk about two guys.
Yep.
Right now, seems like they got a whole lot of inspiration, Mike. Who we rolling with, baby?
I would say up until probably right about last night's game, man.
Yep.
If you had to ask me, it was going to be Sexy Dexy. Sexy Dexy was the guy who was the heartbeat of that team, man. But you can see this whole fan base and the whole team has rallied around Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo. More so Jackson Dart, though. I know Scatterbo's fun and they like it, but they could lose Scatterbo fucking tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Tracy could be the starter, and then it would be
Right.
like, yeah, cool.
When Jackson Dart scored that touchdown, I don't know if anybody else caught the audible, but you heard all the teammates right on the Giants yelling, that's my man 6, way to go 6, like that. I mean, they were super fucking excited for him when he scored that rushing touchdown. So I think Jackson Dart is fast taking over who the heartbeat of this team is, because this team is night and day difference than was week 1, week 2 with Russ. Center.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not only that, I will just say, as much as we love Scatterbo, it's almost like, Mike, when you have two guys that's two different people, but they almost the same. Scatterbo is that fun guy that you root for, you love to be around, but you kind of be like, sometime, all right, man, look, not today, bro. Like, I just want to have a regular day. You know what I'm saying? Dart is the guy that you always rooting for him, and I still believe that you're going to set the tone and not always be so animated and fun and exciting. Like, let's let Scatterbo be the class clown in a sense, and let's let you can have fun, but you're going to always lead us too. So I think right now Dart is the leader of that team, especially after last night's win. And even if they would have lost that game, I still think the way he played overall was a big step for that Giants team. So
that's a true exciting white. That's what that is. A true.
They out there like the Ninja Turtles, man, right now running them New York streets, man. So shout out to Jackson Dart. NFC West, Mike. NFC West right now. Let's start with the Rams, man. Let's go with the Rams. Go with the Rams. We ain't gonna keep changing it up. NFC West, go with the Rams. My favorite pick, my guy. I think the one that leads the ship, no question about it. Wouldn't be no championship without him. Sean McVay, man. I think McVay set the tone. I know Stafford is the ultimate leader as well. I think is Stafford even. I think he might be older than McVay, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he older than his coach, but I think McVay, man.
Yep.
I'm no knock on Stafford because he's a great quarterback. He definitely is one of them ones. But I think the process of finding the next quarterback won't be as hard as it is for LA, like it is other teams. Because McVay is just a guy that's gonna find his guy, figure it out. He had Jared Goff, went to a Super Bowl, got rid of him, got Stafford, and won a Super Bowl. So I trust Sean McVay. Anybody on his team, anybody around him. And ultimately, that was why I was saying Puka Nacua to me was higher than a lot of other players because I just trust the process of the coach more so than anything else. So I'm rolling Sean McVay on this one.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I think there for the longest time, you could have made a real good argument for like Aaron Donald when he was
Oh
there
yeah,
as a pretty good
100%.
heartbeat of that team. But McVay has been the constant, the steady. I do think he's grooming the next Aaron Donald to be that guy, and Jared Verse.
Oh, for
Like it
sure.
really feels like Jared Verse
Like,
is
how did he
starting to set
fall
the
that
tone.
far in the draft, bro? I thought the
Disrespect.
Atlanta Falcons was going to take him. They took Penix, but I thought they were going to take him, bro. To keep
Yeah,
it
the
honest.
disrespect. And this is no shade of Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford is a hell of a leader too on the quarterback side. But like you said, you want to go back to when he took fucking Jared Goff to the goddamn Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
McVay has been the constant. So McVay, yeah, clear heartbeat of the Rams for me too.
There we go. We're going to keep it in LA or at least Cali anyway. Let's go to San Fran. Where you at with San Fran right now?
Fred Warner, even though I don't like him, I hate his play style. I think
I
he's
like
a little
that.
bit dirty, but you know,
like that.
you kind of you don't want your fucking middle linebackers to be choir boys. You know, let me not
Great
beat
call,
around
Mike.
the fucking bush. I just don't like him because he plays for the 49ers, and I just hate the 49ers with a passion too. Like, I'm almost to the point where I hate the 49ers more than I hate the Cowboys. And I'm not lying to you, Fizz. When you guys play, I find myself rooting for Dallas sometimes.
There we go. Huh?
But Fred Warner is a heartbeat of that team. You know, you could give it to Shanahan because he has been the constant, but I think Fred Warner is that dude.
Nah, damn, I like that call, Mike. And it's funny because I'm in this. I don't really be on it. I literally go on Facebook just to post my links. But you know how you join these random groups on Facebook? It's like a Black fathers group, and
Yeah.
Fred Warner's father is in the group. So he like 4 years ago he was posting them, and everybody was like, "Damn, Fred Warner's father here." So it was just funny to see, like, you know, he'd be talking to us, interacting with people. So it's funny that you brought him up, but I probably don't know why I wouldn't have thought of Fred Warner, but that was definitely a great call. I'm glad you called that one because Warner is a dog, bro. For those that haven't paid attention, man, if you missed out who this guy is, man, Fred Warner is that dude. I mean, Patrick Willis, we all know, Hall of Famer. He was that guy, and I think Fred Warner filled in them shoes. I'm not sure that was a John Lynch move or who made that move, but it was a hell of a move regardless, man. So I'm with you on that one, Mike. No arguments, brother. No arguments on that one.
Yeah, I don't like him. Don't like him, but give him his respect.
Well, let's go Seattle then, man, because I don't know, bro. I can't give you one. I'm going to let you call this one, man.
Same thing, man. I'm trying to rack my brain about who the hell I would put for it, and I don't have one. I don't have one for him. The best I could give you is Leonard Williams on that defensive line, right?
And he ain't even been there that long, but it's
nope.
You know what I'm going to give it to, Mike? I'm going to give it to the 12, baby. I'm going to give it to the fans, man. The fans are the heartbeat of this team.
You
feel me?
Hey, can't argue that one either. That's a great call, buddy.
I got to give it to the fans, man, because we wouldn't even know about the 12 unless the fans was there. They always hyping this team up. They seem like they are the most loyal fans, other than other losing teams. But Seattle hasn't done much lately, and they still ride or die with them. I'm going to go with the fans on this one, Mike, because a lot of this team is Cooper Kupp. JSN is young. Sam Darnold just got there. Ken Walker is they don't have a consistent, like, just guy that you put the face of the franchise on. I got to say the fans, man.
That fans is probably what I would go with now that you mentioned it. That's a good one. I like it.
Cool. All right. We moving through. Man. Do we even have the
Here's the answer for the Cardinals. They do not fucking have one. It's not their coach. It's not their coach.
I was gonna say the weather, like 108
It should be Kyler Murray. It's not Kyler Murray. It should be Buda Baker on the defense. Buda just is not. He's not.
He don't want to be there, bro. I guarantee you trade Buda any other team, he gonna make the Pro Bowl.
They don't fucking have one, which is why that team's kind of dysfunctional. They don't have one.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you, man. I think I can't argue with that one at all, bro. We're gonna move for quick and fast from the Arizona Cardinals, man. There's no reason to even expand on them guys. I'm ready for them to just change the logo, change the team, start over, man, from scratch. NFC South, man. My boy Jake is up in here, man. Let's holler at Jake, man. What's the Carolina Panthers' identity? Who do they believe in? And other than the old guys, Kuechly's and the Smiths and all these guys, man, who's there left, Mike, that we believe in, bro?
They're looking for one, too.
Okay. All right. I'm about to say, man, because I was waiting for you to come up with one because I ask you this, since he's gone, do you think Burns could have been one?
I think Burns would have been one, for sure.
I think so, too. Still can't believe they. I don't know. You remember that trade? The Rams offered them 2 first rounders and they declined it.
Yeah, and instead they ended up taking a lesser offer a
2
year
seconds
later.
or something from
Yeah.
the Giants, bro. What the hell is going
If
on?
I had to give it to one, maybe two players, right? Like they need to continue to take that step forward. Derek Brown and J.C. Horn should be those dudes.
Well, Jake said the stadium renovation and
David Tepper's bank account.
Yeah,
I
you're
like
right.
that.
You're right. Yeah, that might have been the best one. Matter of fact, my boy Jake is the heartbeat, man. Sales team, baby. You're gonna roll with Jake for the heartbeat of this team, man.
Yeah.
Jake, man, you gotta hold it down for him because we gotta find somebody, brother. All right, you gotta get a helmet on or something, man. You ain't Jake from State Farm, but you Jake from Sales Team. You're gonna hold it down for us, Playboy. I guess that's it for the Carolina Panthers, Mike. Where we at with Tampa? Because Tampa right now, man.
Baker Mayfield.
Okay. All right. Now I ask you this one, not to argue with you, but just to kind of bring it up. Mike Evans, what do you think about that?
Baker Mayfield.
Okay. All right. I can't argue with you because the one thing I always say, I've been saying this for years, especially since I've been doing content. A happy Baker is a good Baker. And it seemed like he's the happiest he's ever been since he left Oklahoma.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield is that dude right now. I don't know, Mike. I want to put like 1B would have to be Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is the identity of the Tampa Bay Bucks, bro.
That's fair, but it's Baker Mayfield every single week that I watch it, and that.
I mean, for
goes
sure,
as
for
Baker
sure. I mean,
goes.
David is he's a guy on the defensive side that's pretty much. Is he still there? He's been quiet this year.
Let me ask you this question, right? Here's the tiebreaker for it, Fizz. Right? We've seen Mike Evans not there for the last couple games, right? Out with the hamstring. We saw him for an extended period of time last year, not there. You take Mike Evans out of the lineup, the Bucks still find ways to win, right? And be competitive.
All right. You know what? I was thinking about
take Baker Mayfield out of that fucking lineup.
Ago, so you're right.
Take Baker Mayfield out of there and put another fucking quarterback in. I'm not even saying it's got to be a backup. I'm not even saying it's got to be a backup, but put like a Russ in there, you know? Put one of those guys in there. Put a fucking Kirk Cousins behind that. And you tell me if the Bucks would be even close to being a competitive team, because the answer is fuck no.
Nah, I think you're right. I think the fan, damn, I want to say fan, but I'm gonna give it to you, Mike. It's Baker Mayfield. I ain't gonna argue with you. It is Baker because I think he demands that when he playing how he's playing, and I think the same way how you say if you put another player at quarterback for this team, if you put Baker playing how he's playing with another team, it'll be the same way. I think Baker is just that kind of guy. He has that aura, man, that swagger about him that he goes to any team playing the way he's playing right now. Fans gonna be buying 6 jerseys everywhere you go.
His confidence got ran into the shitter with the way the Cleveland situation went down, which, you know, Cleveland has fucked up a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, they have ruined a lot of quarterbacks, right?
They're ruining 2 of them right now, but continue.
I mean, Deshaun Watson was on a trend for being top 5 quarterback in the league, you know, top 3, however you want to do it. Goes to Cleveland, he is terrible. Looks disgustingly bad. And that's coming from Houston, which is kind of a dysfunctional franchise.
I was just about to say.
Baker leaves, ends up going to Carolina, and you see that he had to like build his fucking confidence back. But we just talked about the Panthers. Take fucking Baker and put him on the Panthers right now with Baker the way he's confidently playing, and tell me that Carolina would not be like, God damn, Ted McMillan out here doing like a Mecca Ibuka things. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you got
Mike.
You got Rico Dowdle running for 300 yards every game.
It's funny you brought that up, right? Because Baker and Sam Darnold both were with the Panthers, same time actually. Who were the 2 guys that coached them up? Kevin O'Connell, Sam Darnold, Sean McVay, Baker Mayfield.
They gave him that confidence back.
They brought him back, man. They took him out of them situations and said, hey, forget what they were teaching you because that was not it. This is how you play. And remember, Baker only played like 1.5 games or something for the Rams. He played that last game, and it was like a hell of a game. It was almost like a Stetson Bennett preseason game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of them 3 touchdowns, game-winning games, and all of a sudden you seen Baker Mayfield, who we thought was the 101, came back. So, yeah, man, shout out Baker, man. I like that call.
Okay.
We're going to go with the Saints, Mike. Don't seem like there's a lot going on right now.
It doesn't, but I will give you 2 good ones. Cam Jordan's still there for sure, and DeMario Davis on the defense. Those have been the 2 constants, right?
Yeah.
Like those are the heartbeats of not a very good team, and you know they're getting older in their career, so it's harder for them to continue to elevate them above. But I would say those 2 guys for sure.
Nah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. And even though Kamara's been there, good tenure, he doesn't scream Saints to me. He seems like just a good running back that if you put him somewhere else, you will forget he played for the Saints because he just seems like a guy that comes to work every day, does his job, and go home. He don't hang around work. He don't kick it with the coworkers. Kamara can look like he care less about what's going on in New Orleans. He just trying to play ball and get up out of there. So I think the other guys represent the team a little bit more. I will say so. And when last but not least in the South, let's go with Atlanta. I really don't. They're so young, Mike. They got a lot of young players on this team.
So young. Yep, but they're fast approaching. There's some guys taking the reins as far as being the heartbeat of their team. One, I will give it to you on the offense. I think it's Bijan.
For sure. I mean, I was going to say him. That was going to be my pick, but he's so young, man. I don't. But if I had to give for current right now, it's definitely Bijan. They lose Bijan, they lose the whole team. It's over with.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, man, Jesse Bates has been so good for them since they signed him. And AJ Terrell has been so good for them since they drafted him. So I think those are the constants on the defense where they're like, we can rely on these dudes. Like, these are the guys. While these younger players like Bijan, maybe Michael Penix, Drake London, that kind of like swagger, that confidence on the offensive side of the ball continues to mature a little bit and get out there. I think they will fast overtake it, kind of like the Giants situation where you got some guys like, Dexter Lawrence, who's kind of been there for a while doing his thing. I think it's kind of the same thing with the Falcons as the young guys start to really get the hype, right? And they start really swag surfing down there in Atlanta.
Nah, for real. And Jake, man, you know how we get down, baby. My boy Kyle Pitts, he ain't the heartbeat of the A. But if Jake Ferguson wasn't doing what he's doing, he can come down to Dallas and we'll show him, man. Kyle Pitts will have 900 yards right now if he was in Dallas, man. I will say that. But it's all good, man. Hopefully we can get my boy back, man. Get him his contract. He is due for one, I think, this year. So we'll see what's up with that, man. But NFC North, Mike. NFC North, this is a tough one because these teams are, long tenured. We have a lot of these franchise, the Detroit Packers, man. It's like the oldest division probably in the whole NFL, if I ain't mistaken, as far as the teams go. A lot of storybook endings, championships, appearances, all that good stuff. Chicago Bears right now, Mike. Where they at with it? New coach, new quarterback. Like not a new tools going on in the shed, man.
Still trying to figure it out, right? Still trying to figure it out and figure out who's going to be that guy. They want Caleb to be that guy for sure. Yeah. But I think in the meantime, if you're talking about how this Bears team's going to go, what the heartbeat is, Ben Johnson for now.
I'm with you. Now, I'm not saying that it's beating steady. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast, sometimes you got to pull the Fred Sanford. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on with Ben Johnson, but he is the guy right now, I believe. Without him, we saw what the team looked like. And we're not saying it looks that much better, but he is currently right now who the team is banking everything on, betting the house on. So I'm with you on Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Cool. Packers, because my boy Jay brought them up in the chat. He said minimum 10 wins. I said no playoff spot, baby. Where you at with him, Mike? Who run this?
LaFleur, kind of a lot like
Sean McVay. Yep.
He's the constant through there.
Yes.
They want Micah to be there, to be that one, but he's still new to the team, still trying to figure out if he even likes Green Bay. We talked about that before we went live.
Yeah.
Which is tough to like Green Bay. He may kind of like it now, but just wait till December comes and it's a rough fucking place to live. So we'll see what happens. But LaFleur for me on this as the heartbeat of that team right now.
No arguments on that one, Mike. We're going LaFleur. Detroit.
Dan Campbell, and that was probably the easiest one I'm ever gonna do.
I was want to say, Mike, look, we on cue right now because Dan, man, when he first came with his first press conference, biting kneecaps,
you know
what I'm saying? Like, regardless, and this is why I love two ways of this game. I love the guys that's smart, they know what they're doing, but I also love the guys. I'm not saying Dan don't know what he's doing, but even if he didn't know what he was doing, he inspired me to just go out there and say, look, man, I believe this dude, no matter what he's telling me, because he's just so believable, so passionate in what he's saying. And I believe he breathes life, heart, electricity, anything you want to call it, into this locker room, into this team. And regardless of who the quarterback, no knock on Jared Goff, but I don't care what this team looked like, Mike. They was 0-16 when he first started, and now they're a contending locked in playoff team minimum every single year going forward from what it looked like. So Dan Campbell, 100%, no argument on that one, bro.
Yes, sir.
No argument. I think we touched the NFC whole side, if I ain't mistaken. Let's go AFC.
Missed the Vikings. Missed the Vikings.
Oh, Vikings. Damn. That's my boys, man. How I forget them, man?
Justin Jefferson, baby.
Yeah. I gotta give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. And it's funny because he's so young that he's not necessarily young, but I even watched that receivers doc on Netflix, and you could tell when he was gone. Not saying that missing your best player, you shouldn't be so good, but when he got hurt, Mike, the whole team was. It ain't like you can just go and move on without him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you think about what was it last year with the ridiculous 4th and 18 catch against the Bills, right? Like with a guy like Justin Jefferson, with that amount of swag that he has, with how fucking good he is, you never feel like you're out of a game ever, right? You're just waiting for him to do something spectacular and bring your ass right back.
Mind you, Josh Dobbs, J.J. McCarthy for 1 or 2 games, Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins. This man had 100 quarterbacks.
Nick fucking Mullins.
100 of them, and it don't matter, man. He go out there and ball. But my favorite part about him, and I see what Jake brought up, he's a face of the league type of guy, Mike. He's likable. He seems to enjoy what he do. No controversy on his name. He lives in a little regular townhouse. I'm pretty sure it's a nice big townhouse, but it's not no big out of the space way. He seemed like a guy, Mike, that just loved the ball, and that's what he here for.
Yes, sir.
No back and forth with the fans, no this, no that, man. Good, solid brother. So I'm with you on JJ as being the guy, man. Without him, there's no Minnesota right now. So, yeah, I like that call, Mike. AFC, man. Let's get through these AFC teams and bring up a little bit of fantasy while we at it. NFC North, Mike. Let's go keep it in the North. Right now, we got a team that's going through a lot of struggles right now. So I want to bring up the Ravens because they got a lot going on, brother. Who is the leader of this team?
Lamar.
Oh, with you on that one. Okay, cool. And as you can see, I'm not saying it's easy to replace the guy because you can't replace Lamar Jackson in this offense. But just looking at him now on the field, man, I'm not saying that I trusted him to win games with my boy over there at quarterback. But let's be real, Mike. They look like a flat line. You want to talk about a heartbeat? They have none. And I think it's more so not because Lamar isn't playing, but because Lamar isn't even in the building. And that's what's really hurting.
As rough as it started with Lamar, you had the Derrick Henry fumbles and that kind of thing, the brutal loss on opening night, and then all the defensive injuries that they've had, right? Like decimated. This doesn't look anything like a Ravens defense, anything remotely close. With a healthy Lamar Jackson who's right in the lineup, you never feel like Justin Jefferson. You never feel like you're out of it, right? Yeah. We got a chance. Because Lamar is that special. So
LJ8, yeah.
Clear heartbeat.
I'm with you on that one, bro. No arguments here. Pittsburgh Steelers. They got a lot going on, Mike. They done changed up quarterbacks. They changed up receivers.
They did.
The defense looks bad. Who we rolling with?
I'm going with Mike Tomlin, though. Like, I'm going to roll with Mike Tomlin.
Call. There we go.
Mr. Consistent.
Mr. 500, huh?
Mr. 500 at least, right? But yeah, that's the guy there. Honorable mention to Cam Hayward,
Okay.
But he's getting real long in the tooth.
Nah, I like that Mike Tomlin call because they actually didn't want to pay him. I thought he was going to be a commander a couple years ago, but he stayed and he's there.
He gets a lot of undue hate, man, and I'm telling you, like, Nick Sirianni brought us a fucking championship. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you told me I could swap coaches tomorrow, right, I would gladly take Mike Tomlin as my head coach of my fucking favorite team.
I know it was going to be an obstacle to see a brother in Dallas, man, but I would have loved Mike Tomlin to come down with the Cowboys, man.
I think there's probably only a handful of teams in the entire league, fan bases, where if they were honest with themselves, who would they rather have, their current head coach or Mike Tomlin? Mike Tomlin's going to be the answer most of the time, like Dan Campbell, Sean McVay, maybe LaFleur, right? Outside of that, how many more you got? Right? How many more locks that good?
Hey, man. I'm with you. Nah, I like that call. He is the heartbeat of Pittsburgh Steelers currently and for a good long time, to be honest. Cleveland Browns, do they even have a heartbeat? Is it what is it, Mike?
Myles Garrett, but that's about it.
Okay. I'll give you that. And it's Halloween time. He should have a bunch of dead quarterback graves in his yard, I think, this month. So
we poured a little bit of cold water on this one too when he was like, I don't really want to be here, until they paid him a shit ton of money, and then he was like, I love it here.
I love it. Yeah,
it's exactly where I want to be.
Nah, for real, man. He's down there with Bone Thugs, man. East 1999, baby, out there in Cleveland. All right, Mike. Last team, man. The Bengals. They got a lot of stars. They got a lot of money on the roster.
Is there one any more clear though? Because every time he's not in there, they're ass.
Joey B.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he is. He's the one, Mike. I will say that as much as we love Jamar Chase and he is a dog, the opposite for him when JJ with his team. I think with Chase, I'm not saying that they can even move on from Chase. Like they couldn't just trade him today. But if you had to pick and choose between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, you got to move on with Joe Burrow and say, all right, Chase, man, we going to see you later, playboy.
It's been real.
Yeah. Now I'm with you on Joey B, man. Let's get him healthy because no matter what, no matter how much I think the Bengals are garbage, man, I don't care for them. I never want to see the best guy hurt, man. We want to see him compete every time they're on the field, Mike. So AFC South. I don't know if there's any identities in this whole division, but we're going to go through them. The Colts right now, the Colts. I'm going to go with the Colts. Now, I think I know who you're going to say because him and the owner, I'll say this. It's JT for me.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
I mean, him and the owner had ups and downs, and rest in peace to him. But it seems like JT got through that situation. Seems like the daughters are kind of in control of things, and they have no issues with him. And it's crazy to think Daniel Jones could be a sign back and eventually be a leader. But right now, the heartbeat of this team, no matter how good Daniel Jones look, man, it's got to be Jonathan Taylor. 100%, no questions asked for me.
And I'll give you a couple sneaky choices, right? I would agree it's probably JT, but there's been some stalwarts on the defense too, where they kind of go. They kind of go as those guys go. DeForest Buckner has been there now for a few years.
Yep.
You know, he kind of sets the tone. Zaire Franklin,
linebacker.
Yeah. And then Kenny Moore, like the old standard nickel corner, man. Like Kenny Moore making big plays, you see them get fired the fuck up for it. So they did add sneakily, they added Cam Bynum, and you remember all Cam Bynum's like celebrations he had last year with the Minnesota Vikings every time he made plays. So there's just another honorable mention too, because if Cam Bynum is out there making plays and having ridiculous celebrations out there, that kind of like the Cam Scatterbo thing, like fires up the fucking team. You know,
for sure. I was kind of surprised Minnesota let him go, man. I had him in a couple of IDP leagues, man, and he was a dog last year. So but I think I'm gonna roll with JT though, Mike. But I do like those runner-ups. Those is a good cause. Houston Texans, where we at with it, man?
Tough one, man, because I ain't got one right off the bat. Like it's tough to.
I got one, bro.
What they would do.
I'm going with the coach, man. I think when he came there, he rolled with CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah.
That was his first draft. Whole team changed. Then they kind of took a step back this year, but last year they edged their way, sketched their way to the playoffs. They sneakily beat the Chargers in a game that they clearly should have lost in their playoff game last year. But I just say, to me, Ryans is one of those guys. He seems so cool on the sideline. No worries. He going to figure it out. But I think he's just trying to build on the defensive side so bad. And I think this year they gave up some offensive linemen, which they shouldn't have done. And that's what really set them back the most. But I think I'm going to roll with D'Amico, man. I think
that's fair. Yep, I'd agree with you. I like that.
I think they brought him there to be the heartbeat, and then everything else will fall in place. So
to be the Dan Campbell of the AFC.
Exactly. So I will say this though, man, they got to start taxing for these trades because it seems like every time they make a trade for a first round pick, you can just get whatever from them. Minnesota got the first round pick from them and had to give up 2 seconds, and I think the Giants traded with them to get to get Jackson Dart, and they only gave up like a third and some seconds or something. So what's up with these cheap deals you can get? I know it's tax-free in Texas, but damn, man, we got to start some taxes on these trades over there in Texas, man.
What the hell are we doing?
For sure, Mike. Let's go to Jaguars though, man. Who you got with this team, man? Because we got my boy Liam. He out here saying, "Keep my name out your mouth." He talking to he think he Cam Scatterbo, Mike.
Hey, if he's gonna do this kind of shit in the way he's got the Jaguars playing, that might be the heartbeat of the Jaguars now, right? But if I gotta go with somebody else, not the coach, just because he's only been there I'd give it to Aluakon.
Aluakon, I was just gonna say, hold up, Mike. I think I'm not giving nobody on offense, but Aluakon right now, bro. First of all, for a linebacker to have what's the number 23? I think 23.
Yeah,
a linebacker has the number 23. He already got juice. You feel me? Aluakon is a dog.
I don't know what the fuck happened to because he was on the Falcons there, and he was just kind of. I don't know. They didn't really use him. They didn't really do anything with him. They let him go, and then he just turns into this superstar linebacker. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in any kind of IDP league, you know all about Aluakon. This is the fucking GOAT.
Trust me, Mike. I love me some Aluakon. I got him at 2 of mine. And runner up, I will give it to my brother Young Molly, man. It's the only guy I know that's a Jaguars fan.
Still riding.
Mike, he's been riding with him, man, since we was like in middle. Since we was in middle school, he been riding with him. So I got to give him the ultimate pass to be from Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, and not no one I've ever met be a Jaguars fan, man. So,
and I'll say it. In what was it 2017 when they played the Patriots in the AFC Championship game? You guys got fucking robbed, man.
Oh, Mike,
you in the Super Bowl game.
I kept hearing. I never hear the end of that, brother. Trust me, man. So I will say runner up, man. Young Molly, man, for sure. For holding it down for his Jaguars. And what's the last team I'm rolling with this team, Mike? Titans, Tennessee Titans.
They have none.
0. So I think
absolutely nothing.
I'll say this. I'm not saying they have a leader, but I do believe Cam Ward is the guy for the job. I think he's handling all the downs so well. And he's being real with the fans, but he's also not blaming nobody else. He's standing up and saying, hey, this is my job. I got this. No matter who else here, I'm going to hold it down. So he's becoming the heartbeat, no matter how long it's beaten in that team. But, you know, he's becoming something there in that area. So.
Yep. I'm with you. It needs to be him. He's starting to. And it really feels like nobody in this fucking organization is going to be around, but Cam Ward's going to be the one left
That's
behind.
my point. That's my point right there.
Cam, just stay patient, man. Better days are ahead. Please.
Yes, that's it. It's coming, man. You got a new head coach and everything coming, man.
Listen, I understand too for fantasy purposes if you have Cam Ward shares, you're shitting your pants because it has been absolutely disgustingly terrible, right? And people want to jump off him. All I'm going to say, I still fully believe in Cam Ward. Like, I love this young man to death. I fully believe in him. I'm holding every one of mine with fucking diamond hands, baby. And I'm telling you, the party we're about to have on this show when Cam Ward finally gets a coach and offensive players around him and he breaks out, I'm going to go crazy, Fizz. I'm going to go crazy. People are going to want to turn this one off. I'm taking so many victory laps.
Turn the TV off, huh, Mike? Nah, I'm with you. You definitely been standing up for Cam Ward, bro. I'm gonna give you that one, 100%, man. I'm gonna give you that call, man. And moms, I see you in the chat, man. I holler at Big Jake, man. He say he might go hook you up when you go down to Carolina if you're gonna go. So we're gonna see what's up with that one. Mike, AFC West. AFC West, man. It's probably the most electrifying division in the AFC. It used to be the NFC North, but it looked like the AFC West right now with the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, who look like nothing, but the Broncos. Where we at with the Raiders right now? We'll start from bottom up.
Max Crosby is about the only one I could give this to.
Hey, happy Juneteenth, Max Crosby, man.
Happy Juneteenth to Max Crosby. Exciting white.
Hey, man, that's still one of the funniest jokes I ever heard, man. I was dying. I still died laughing about that. Every time I see him, I think about that joke, bro.
He deserves it though, man.
Nah, he do.
That's a dude. That's a dude.
Did you see in the Receivers documentary, him and Devontae Adams had the same outfit like twice or 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
And he was like, they did not plan it whatsoever, and they wore it the same day.
Yeah. That's how you know you're an
That's how you
white.
know, right? That's how you know,
when
man.
you can take a superstar wide receiver and match him wardrobe for wardrobe.
Nah, man. For real. You know Mike Jake. You know how Mike get down, man. But we appreciate it, man.
We back, Jake.
Who is next, then? Because I said bottom to top, but I think the Chiefs are third. I mean, I wouldn't put them third in my heart, but
no.
What you thinking, man?
Yeah, I go with Chargers. Let's go with Chargers, man.
Chargers, okay. Right? Yeah, you know what? After losing the O-line, I would definitely say they trending down. Losing your 2 best pieces at the O-line, man, is Slater and what's the other offensive lineman they just lost, Mike?
Joel.
Slater. Slater was for the year, and
Joe Alt. With the
Joe
high ankle.
Joe O was for a couple of weeks, or at least like 6-7 weeks. But
Yep.
still, man, that's big for. And you lose both your running backs. I mean, sheesh.
My man Jake, he already hooking moms up. I love him.
Come on, Jake, man. I ain't feeling the exciting whites who's talking to mom so nicely out here. All right, Mike already trying to see
Panthers
what's up
jersey.
with the stuffing, man. What's up with this, man? What's going on out here?
I just want the sausage stuffing recipe. Like,
yeah. Let's keep on going. All right?
It's been over a year. I still ain't got it yet.
It's all good, man. That's why I love being here, man. Y'all my peoples, man. But yeah, I'm with you on that one though, Mike. I think no, did we say in person for the Giants?
No, I'd say Harbaugh, but it needs to be Herbert, right? And I think maybe Herbert's taking that step this year.
Okay. Can we do a 1A and 1B? Because I think both of them I would say both of them.
Yes, and I will give an honorable mention to Derwin James on the defense for how long he's been
FSU, baby. Derwin James. I'm so glad, Mike, because the injuries, I thought he was going to go out bad, man. Thought he was going to go out like Willie Lump, man. But he is back, baby. Derwin James is a dog, and I'm glad he's a old FSU player, man. So I'm with you on that one, though. But I think it's Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, and they both need each other. Because I think looking at how Herbert's playing is a reality check of Harbaugh being there, because without him, I don't know how that would look. So I love that one. I'm gonna go with the Broncos next, though. Broncos, Sean McVay, Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, Patrick Surtain, who people thought AJ Brown was supposed to catch 100 yards on for some reason. Who's your guy on the Broncos, bro?
I'm going Sean Payton, right? He sets the tone for this. They've gone through some rough years without Sean Payton, and now the Broncos are back to being relevant, and it's all because of Sean Payton. Honorable mention, though, to his quarterback, because Bo Nix is, honorable mention, exciting white Jake. But he does bring that swag. He does bring that swag, which Sean Payton's going to need that leader from his quarterback, right? Kind of like the Harbaugh Herbert situation. You got kind of the same thing going on here.
Yep, and a lot of us said Bo Nix wasn't gonna be nothing.
Me included.
The senior Bo, he can't pass through 5 yards and dump passes, and he went to five different schools. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that, just for him to find, or for his coach to find his guy and say, hey, this was my guy all along. Minnesota went up one spot to get JJ. We wanted this guy anyway. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens, man, when you got coaches that know what they want and go get what they want. So I'm with you on that. I like that call with Bo and Sean Payton. I think it's the same with Harbaugh and Herbert.
I do think people, though, need to start fucking paying attention, just the casual fans, how fucking good Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper are on the edge for that defense. Oh, my God. Like, I had two guys that don't get enough praise, but watching that Philly Broncos game, who the fuck are these guys? Absolute units.
I mean, that defense, I know you aren't, Mike. I'm actually in one home league. We still have a defense, and the Broncos defense is still one of them dogs. But surprisingly, I don't know if you knew this, Mike, Jacksonville defense, bro, they are cooking right now. And this is before the Devin Lloyd pick 6. Before that, man, I think they lead the league in turnovers for sure, like by a large margin. Like they are cooking right now.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm so disappointed that the offense couldn't do much, because the defense is literally saying, hey, can you help us out? So, but we are the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am in agreement with you with the QB and the head coach, Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Let's go to the Chiefs, man. The Super Bowl guys, the ones who always win this division. Who is the heartbeat, Mike? There's a lot of hearts in this locker room. One of the guys I would have said was maybe like a vessel of the heart is Chris Jones, but it seemed like, man, they on his ass, man. They've been dogging him since that Trevor Lawrence fall, and
he's been checked out, kind of, man.
It seemed like it, right?
Yep.
It seemed like it, Mike.
I go with Patrick Mahomes. Like, this team goes as Patrick goes.
It does. It does.
This team goes. I want to give credit to Andy Reid for what he's done for this Chiefs organization, for sure, but this is Patrick Mahomes, right? Like, they weren't the Chiefs. Like, listen, they were successful with Alex Smith at quarterback under the Andy Reid regime, which not a lot of people expected, but it's this is Patrick Mahomes, man. He changed this whole franchise.
He did. I think they needed Andy Reid to start it, but
they needed Andy Reid for Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. And Pat pretty much said, all right, coach, I understand it now. I got it. You know what I'm saying? So This is Mr. Miyagi handing off to Danielson, and pretty much we got the Karate Kid right now with Pat Mahomes. I'm with you on that one, Mike. No arguments there, brother. I'm a Pat guy. I will say though, looking at that game last week, and they play the Lions this week, Sunday night too. It's gonna be a hell of a game. Seemed like the Chiefs got a lot of primetime games this year, man. So far, it's only week 4, right? Chiefs got a rough schedule, bro, coming up. They got the Carolina, the Detroit, the Commanders, and I think the Raiders coming up the next 3 games. So
one thing you can always rely on, the NFL is going to shove Kansas City and Dallas down our damn throats, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. You know what's so funny? Because my little brother even said that, man, y'all been on TV. I said, bro, we played y'all on Thursday night. What are you talking about? Eagles was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, Mike. But yeah, the Chiefs definitely have been on prime time, and they have another big one coming up. So we'll see what happened with that. But AFC East, last and final teams. One. I'll start with the one that I don't know at all what's going on. Miami Dolphins. What's up with that, Mike? Give me one.
So I'll give you what I think it is, and I'll tell you they don't have one right now.
Okay.
It was Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. You see last year when he started to get frustrated and wanted out of there, and then you had this turmoil to begin the year that does Tyreek actually want to be here? When do they trade him to the Chiefs? The Dolphins ain't doing so well. When their heartbeat wasn't beaten in Tyreek Hill, now you see this team is a clusterfuck because they don't have one. Like, he gone. It's over for him.
Hey, the man even clapped and cheered when his leg was split in half, if you want to say that. But
it's the same thing. You remember what happened with the Seahawks and Earl Thomas when he got frustrated and wanted out of there, and they wouldn't pay him, and the
gave
whole
the middle finger up on the sideline,
broke his leg. Right, that was
he gave his middle finger when he was on the cart. That's right. That's right.
Yep, that was the downfall of the Seahawks, right? Which clearly at the time, you want to talk about who the heartbeat of that Seahawks team was. It was fucking Earl Thomas leading that Legion of Boom. And then when they did him dirty as an organization, you saw the
rest of the team with one fella
collapsed.
Right.
Yep. And they went to anarchy. I think the Dolphins are in the same situation, but Tyreek Hill was that heartbeat of the team when he was cooking and brought that energy. It was him. And then when they started having their frustrations, and now he gone, probably forever. This Dolphins team's cooked, man. They don't have a heart.
Nah, they done, bro. They are definitely done. And hopefully they look forward to having an early pick and seeing what they're going to do with it. Hopefully they capitalize on it. They paid Tua too much to get rid of him right now, but we'll see what they do, man. Hopefully they buy a heart. Artificial heart, man, is what they need right now. Let's go to the Patriots, man. Patriots, you got my boy Diggs. He's in town. He's not the heart, but, he can bring Cardi through and trend for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit. That get the blood pumping. At least Cardi gonna get the blood pumping for the heart. So
she get my blood pumping.
There we go, Mike. You know what I'm saying? So we got Cardi in the building, but who is the heartbeat of this team, bro?
I'd say it's kind of like some of the other ones we talked about. Mike Vrabel, the head coach, and it's getting passed off to the quarterback in Drake May. The way Drake May has improved from year 1 to year 2. It was exciting, kind of like we talked about with Jackson Dart at the beginning. You saw good things from it. Can they build on it in year 2?
Yeah.
They got the head coach in Mike Vrabel. I think Mike Vrabel, kind of like Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels situation we talked about too. Vrabel's going to get that defense playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Drake, you're the heartbeat of the offense, right? I got the defense. You keep bringing the energy on the offense with your good play.
Let's just get Travion Henderson that damn ball, man. That's all I'm saying. I know Ray was on the defense, but come on, man.
I know he needs to, figure out what the fuck Josh McDaniels has against Travion Henderson. So apparently we need all the other running backs in front of him to, blow out their ACLs. So they already lost one in Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, man. This
doesn't matter if Ramondre fumbles or not. We still don't want to play Travion.
This is classic coach trying to do too much with a young rookie. Man, just let him play the ball, man.
Come on, McDaniels. Do the right thing.
On. Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need, Mike. And shout out Cardi, man. Hopefully you come to the game. Your boy White show up for that one, man. But yeah, Mike. Who else we got up in this sorry division that we don't can't stand? The Jets, who are 0-5. Probably could have started with them. I want to say the head coach because
it needs to be.
He seems like the energy. The problem is not relying on the field. I believe he has the locker room under control. I believe the players love him, but it's not just corresponding to play. You know what I'm saying? And
it's not all coming together. Doesn't
Yeah.
this also though kind of feel like Dan Quinn or Dan Campbell's first year? Right?
for sure.
He's
sure.
going to come off of the Dan Campbell
People want
coaching tree.
results so fast, Mike. They
They
just
want
don't
the
know how
results.
to chill, man.
Chill and let it build. Chill and let it build. But I think
What else you got to look forward to with the Jets? Nothing.
That-
Take your time, man.
the way Aaron Glenn has kind of brought that energy, even though the results aren't there, it's encouraging if you're a Jets fan. So I
For
like
sure.
what Aaron Glenn's doing, and especially the way they're roster constructing, right? I love Justin Fields, but he is a placeholder quarterback until they figure out how they want to do it. But what we're going to do is invest in the offensive line. We're going to get 2 superstar young bookend tackles, and then we're going to figure out what we want to do from here. We're going to go with this Detroit Lions model of a dominant offensive line, and then we'll find the right quarterback, and we're going to have a head coach who's going to bring energy, who's got a defensive kind of personality about it. I know Dan Campbell is an offensive guy, but he's got that defensive coach energy to him.
For
right?
sure.
He's not the guy on the sideline with the fucking play sheet just hiding his face the whole time and this stoic look and, pissed off because his quarterback overthrew a guy. Dan Campbell's got that defensive energy for anybody
sure.
who's played any kind of, organized football. The defensive coach is a little fucking crazy, right? Dan Campbell's got that. It feels like Aaron Glenn's got that same kind of energy. So it's Aaron Glenn for me, even though the results aren't there and he's so new to it. But you can definitely see the players like playing for him. They like the energy he brings.
For sure. And regardless of wins, Mike, I believe if the ownership really cares about building, or if they care about what the players think, and they ask, hey, what y'all think about coach? I think his job is pretty safe for this year coming up for sure. So I'm with you on Aaron Glenn. And I don't know if we have to say this one, but Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even got to say the team.
That was
just
an
say Josh
automatic
Allen.
static, right?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, much as McDermott, we had him on the hot seat all these years, back and forth. We don't know who we want to be the head coach. Josh Allen pretty much is like, man, it don't even matter who's the head of this thing, because I got it covered. So I know I said he wasn't a bold take. He wouldn't be top 8 last year. And clearly he said, man, shut your ass up, man. Your heartbeat. He punched me in the heart last year. He didn't want to hear none of that. So shout out Josh Allen, man.
Josh Allen's got so much going for him. Beautiful wife, Haley Steinfeld. Like,
hey, Mike, you know what's so crazy? And I know you.
I want to hate the guy.
I know want to hate. You're gonna want to punch me in the heart when I say what I'm about to say, bro. Now, granted, I don't pay attention to all the relationship stuff, but I didn't know his wife was in Centers, bro, until I just saw an interview.
Come on, man.
Now, granted, I loved her part, and we talked about this.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that went over my head. I just saw an interview where he was talking about how he was so excited for her. He was crying watching her play the role. And I'm like, that was his wife? I had no freaking clue. So, yeah, man, his wife was in Centers. I had no idea. And she was the one that pretty much took out the whole party. So shout out to her, man.
No, he's got so much going for him. He's uber talented. The MVP race that we had last year, I thought it should have been Lamar. It ended up going to Josh Allen. Like, he's got a lot of things that make me want to fucking hate the guy. Mm-hmm. And then you watch Hard Knocks, and while I didn't enjoy this Hard Knocks, it was kind of bland and gross. Every time Josh Allen's on there, you're like, God damn it, I like this guy. I just fucking like this. I should hate him. I want to hate him.
He's not there for the excitement. He's there for the football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you watch something with Buffalo in it, it ain't much going on anyway. It ain't that much excitement, right?
He's cool. He's collected. And then that scene, too, where what was it? The backup quarterback threw a fucking pick in practice, and Josh Allen comes off the sideline to chase the defensive guy down before he gets to the end zone. I'm like, fuck.
Nah, he's a dog, man. He's a dog, man. I got to put respect on his name. I always throw shade on him. And a lot of times it ain't on him. It's because they compare him and Lamar a lot. They go back and forth. And I just stand up with my dog, man. But shout out Josh Allen, man. It's always respect, always love. And Mike, man, I guess we went through the whole league. We went through all 32 teams, which I didn't think we were going to do, but it was a good pace, man. I actually spent less time on that than we did talking about the first half of the show, which is kind of wild. So I want to ask you, now that we got the teams out of the way, before we get out of here, when it comes to, we talk about the process, right, and how we do these fantasy leagues and our strategies with these teams, what is that player? Just give me an example of a player that you just say, man, F this process, this is my guy. Or are you just saying, listen, I can't do that for no player. Everybody's for sale. I don't give a damn who it is. I don't hold no loyalty to any of these guys. How you roll with one of my guys or your guy when it comes to how you build and play your dynasty league?
And I brought that up on 4D this week. Talked a little bit about it, like the differences you and I have in how we approach the fantasy game, right?
Yeah.
One of the big things, if you guys haven't checked out, if you're any kind of dynasty player, if you have that interest, please go check out this podcast. It's kind of a revelation for Adam and I. You know, we've been doing this a while, but it's been something that's been kicking around in the back of my head. It was more about what second round picks are actually worth, you know, and how bad they actually can be. But besides the point, back to your question, Fizz, I would say through how I play dynasty football and how I do fantasy, I'm probably 70% process, 30% I do with my heart and gut feel, and I just like this player, so that's what I want to do. That's kind of the mix that I end up in. And to give you some examples of it, last year we had a ton of trades on the trade show and people bringing it up and questions on AMA about Saquon Barkley when he went to Philly. Like, what do we do? The right process, I kept telling everybody at the time, the process says, man, if somebody's giving you a first and 2 seconds for a running back of his age who really hasn't done it in the last couple of years due to injuries and also being on the Giants, even though he's on the Eagles, is to just go ahead and take the picks. You know what I mean? Like, trade him away, take the deal. And then I would follow up with, however, I'm not doing that because it's Saquon. I love the player and he's on my Eagles. Listen, I'm going to be the one who's going to send away the picks to go get Saquon just because I want so many fucking shares of him. Now, when it hits like it did last year, I look like I'm a fucking genius. You know what I mean? But I've also had enough of those throughout my fantasy football dynasty career where I've done that. Antonio Gibson, I'm fucking looking at you, that have come back to bite me in the ass. So that's why I kind of say I'm like 70-30, right? I'm going to have guys that I have a lean to and I go, you know, it's not the right process for me to do it, but I want some exposure to these kind of guys. I want some exposure to my favorite players so I can have more fun doing what I want to do, especially if they play well. But if I want to be a successful dynasty player, I need to not be rigid to my process, but I need to stick more to my process than I do go, fuck it, right? I'm just going off of heart here. I'm just going to go off of feel. So it kind of like in life. I'm going to try to use my brain most of the time. I'm going to try to think logically about what the best decision is. But you know, Fizz, if all you do is think with your brain, those are the brothers who ain't got no soul, right?
There we go.
That's the tax accountant that nobody likes. He ain't very fun at the party.
There we go.
In the same sense, though, I don't want to be a guy who's all heart because those are the wild boys at the fucking party. You're like, don't go around him. Right?
Yeah.
Loose fucking candy.
Yeah,
right? He may be smiling now, and then he's going to fight everybody here in about 5 minutes, right?
For sure.
I want to lean more to think things through, but I still want to have some soul to me. I still want to go out and get the things that are going to make me feel good.
For sure. And that's my biggest thing, Mike. And it's funny. It seems like I've created this, like, when you think of a certain way, you say, that's like me. Like, you say my name in this way of thinking. And it's honestly, the thing I like about it is, one, I'm not the only person that plays the game like this, but I will say I like kind of that it's on my name because I stand in front of it. I'm not ducking it. I'm not hiding it, right? So one thing I've learned about this game that we playing as far as the dynasty fantasy football content, a lot of people say things, but they don't stand on it. They don't stand in front of it, especially when it don't work. You know what I'm saying? They back out of it. I will say this, the QB tear down, that's your thing. You stand on it. You always talk about it. The tear down king. They literally labeled you this, right? That's your thing. So I don't mind when people mention my name with certain things. I'll just say I'm always playing. I am playing to win because I want people to think I am playing to win. Now, I ain't saying I'm here to lose, but I'll just say a lot of times I base my decisions on what I can live with. And if I listen to a guy tell me that this what I should do, and I go do it, and then it doesn't work, I don't want to be mad at that guy. I want to be mad at myself for making that decision. And that ultimately, I like being mad at myself versus other people because it always works out how it's going to work out. And at the end of the day, I look at it as owners and coaches, they get billions of dollars of revenue to make decisions that they get wrong every single year. So I know for a fact my process is definitely going to be wrong if theirs is wrong. So if theirs is wrong and mine is wrong, I'm at least down a hill that I walked up myself. So that's just usually how I like to approach it and go. but I'm definitely not going to reach for a player that doesn't make sense just because that's my guy too. So I don't want to get that misconstrued of I'm just out here the reckless guy on every draft board that's doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it does weigh on me when I look at certain things, and it's like, is the risk worth the reward for me? Like, yes, if I get this player for a certain price and it works out, man, I need my guy back though. Now I'm be sending you trades trying to get my guy back, even though I gave him to you because I need it. I'm watching him on Sundays, and my heart is just like, man, you sold your soul for this championship, man, and I can't sell my soul for it. So that's just like how I like to approach it. And also for the newcomers, I will just say a lot of times, Mike, I think we get misconstrued with this game too as well. The people like you and the people really in our whole Discord, most of the people have portfolios. They have a certain league standard that they play by, 12 teams, start 11, start 12. You got some people that watch content that only play 10 teams. They don't play a lot of dynasty. They play so you literally playing with your heart in those leagues because your process is year by year anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of people that don't really have an identity or a process, which is why they watch the content and they come to us for these questions. So I just like to be the one that reason and talk to the newcomers, because at one point I was a newcomer and I wanted to hear what these people felt. So I don't want to feel like I'm too, not that you aren't accessible, but I know your process to certain people is like math, man, hold on, man, what this dude say? You know what I'm saying? So, but I do like I said, when I hear guys like Cooper, because Cooper ultimately is the warp god, he created the tool that literally spits out what you should do in your process. He created a process in a sense. But I do like when he come to me and say, yeah, I might got to do I rock how Fizz do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that let me know I'm still human, and he want a little bit of seasoning on that salad, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying though, Rock. I said Rock. That's all I'm saying for my boy Coop. Sometimes I just like to bring the noise down a little bit, Mike. You know what I'm saying? For the people that in the back that might not understand what the hell going on. I just needed to know what to do with this guy. I don't need to know about all that other stuff that y'all got going on. But I do like that we have a balance, because if I feel like if I talk the way that you talk, or Adam talk, or EB, or Maddie, anybody, then I just be another guy just on the roster. So I want to be who I am, be original, and however you think of me, I enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love about the South Harmon community as a whole, right? Adam and I have a lot of things that we have in common and how we approach it, which is why we linked up in the first place. And one of the biggest things that we did, and you hit on it to begin with, is in the space as a whole. I'm not going to throw too much shade, and I'm not trying to pick on individual people, but there are a lot of people out here who give advice and will tell you that you need to go trade this guy for this draft pick, right? They will, trade Drake May for 2 firsts. Well, Adam and I played in those leagues with those people, and we hear that kind of stuff, and then we send 2 firsts for Drake May, and they tell us, I need more, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
I
happens.
need this.
That happens.
They don't stand on business, okay?
There we go.
They ain't about it. They talk about it, they ain't about it, right? They don't be about it. So, Fizz, I want to give you props, because when you tell me CeeDee Lamb, GOAT, CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver 1, I know for a fact if I have Justin Jefferson and or you have Justin Jefferson and I have CeeDee Lamb and I send you Jefferson for your, I send CeeDee Lamb for your Jefferson, you're hitting the accept button, right?
Let's do it.
You're not going to bullshit me. But I'll also say this, there's no real right way to play fantasy. There's no real wrong way to play fantasy. And I think I love all the different voices that we have at South Harmon. Like, I can't disagree more with one person at South Harmon than I do with T-Rock and some of his takes that he has. But I love having him here because it's something else. It's something to talk about, to discuss why I think it's wrong, and for him to discuss why he thinks it's right.
There you go.
And that's how we all get better, right?
Balance,
There's different
Mike.
voices for different things, right? Yep. Me and DB. DB might be one of the most analytical guys that you're ever going to fucking meet. And DB challenges me almost every single day on how I approach my dynasty teams. Why'd you do this? What about this? What if this happens? I like to do this. That's the kind of shit that makes me thrive, and that's why I like the South Harmon community. But I'll say this as a whole, you brought it up too. There's no right way to play fantasy. There's no wrong way to do it. Everybody's going to have their way. Find what's comfortable for you, what works for you, and why you do it, because everybody's different, man. Like you said, some people are going to play in only 10-team leagues. Some people only have 2 leagues that they play in and they care about.
Yeah.
Some people, like I'm in 50, 60 fucking leagues, whatever it is. There's also people out there like our boy JCap who made the lab. That guy's in like 450 fucking leagues. I don't know how he does it. Some people like playing best ball. Some people like playing lineup. Some people do both. Some people are just underdog kind of people. There's context to everything and how you play fantasy.
Yeah.
And finding that voice that resonates with whatever context that you like to play fantasy in, that's probably the most important thing, right? Find that thing. Or some people just want to watch this shit because it's entertaining. I don't know why.
There you go.
Some people just want to tune in on Wednesday night just to throw whatever hate that they have or shade towards me and then bounce. Like, that's their fun thing. I welcome them too, right?
There you go.
Some people just like to come on and pick apart all my takes that I have.
And to be honest, man, and this what I think a lot of that's the lost art of, because like I said, I soak in the game of this game, but I think a lot of the lost art is entertainment. I think people forget that it's bigger than just football and talking numbers. There's a million shows on YouTube right now that talk about what we talking about. The difference is they're not gonna say it how we say it. So I think the biggest thing is all right, cool. I need the information. I'm gonna get it from different channels. What channel or what people do I go to say I get the same thing, but from them in their way? Because those are the ones that the same people that's in these chats every week, the ones that gonna watch later. Those are the ones that they here because yes, they need the information, but they here for me, not just the information. And that's the feeling I always want to feel, is that you here for me and the information, but you really here for me, because that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to feel like a book that I'm just giving you whatever I'm reading and then we gonna close the show. Like, you got to get a little bit of me before you get up out of here too, man. So that's really what I'm in this game for. I know you enjoy doing what you do, man, and the people are here for you and they love seeing you, my brother. So entertainment is key, because you can put me to sleep, read me a book, but if you at least saying it in a good way, I might listen to Snoop Dogg read me an audio book. You know what I'm saying? Snoop got a little bit of swagger, man. So that's what I wanted to bring, man, tonight. A little bit of heart into this game. I think we lose that, man. But the one thing I will say, like I said earlier, Mike, no matter how many lines is on that thing moving, it's flatline if that heartbeat ain't in it, baby. You know what I'm saying? So the lines on the data chart are always flat if there ain't no heart in it, man. So I just want to bring a little bit of heart back to the game, bro.
Don't matter how much of my brain I'm using or want to use, my heart ain't beating. There ain't no blood going.
There we
it
go.
Don't work.
It's so dead. There we go, man. That's all it's about, man. So we appreciate everybody coming up in here. I ain't seen we had too many questions, Mike. My boy Shizzles did ask about Bryce Young, and we got Jake in the building. Hopefully he tell us what he think about this trade.
That's good, because we're gonna have a heart. We're gonna have a heart versus data, process here.
There we go.
It's a prime example. Where are we at on Bryce Young?
He said Bryce Young, where we at in the lineup? But I'm in 2 leagues with Shizzles where he has him in lineup and a best ball, so I guess he probably can use for both. Where you at with Bryce Young? What's the price? Man, Mike, I'm not gonna lie. Me and you was Bryce lovers, man. We was in love with my boy. No Sean Combs on that one, but we love some Bryce Young, and we definitely thought with Ted McMillan being in the building, a fresh start. We all thought, hey man, this is the year. He finished on a high note, beat the Falcons, high scoring game. He closed out the year perfectly. This year though, man, it just seemed like Bryce is just there. Like, they're winning games, but it doesn't seem like they could have put anybody at quarterback and they would have won those games. It's what it feel like. So what we have with Bryce Young, the fantasy player right now, and I'm scared that they might mess around and replace him in another 2 years minimum, Mike, to be honest.
So last year, when he got benched for Andy Dalton, if Adam and I were in the same room, we might have came to blows, like fist fights. That's how vehemently I was defending Bryce Young at that time. Now we fast forward a year. There's no security net for Bryce Young anymore, and that is what scares the most out of me. Because if you want to look at the actual analytic process data on it, Bryce Young, you mentioned Koopa, for the Warp Tool in your standard 12-team start 10 Superflex lineup league, no crazy stuff out there. He's worse than Jake Browning has been as far as wins for your team, right? He is a 0 wins over replacement player. He is the definition of replacement player, where you're getting a Carson Wentz off of waivers. You're getting
Like
a
I was
Jake
gonna say you
Browning
could play a
off of
tight
waivers.
end in a flex spot over Jake Brown. I mean over Bryce Young right now, bro.
So what's he worth? He's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay him, or whatever you're willing to accept to move off of Bryce Young. I mean, that's the honest answer. Because his value is only in the eye of the beholder. Now, if you want to go to the heart play, do you believe in Bryce Young? Are you a Panthers fan? Are you a Bryce Young fan? Do you like the young kid? Do you think he can turn it around? If so, value up. If you have none of those, Bryce Young, adios, right?
Yeah.
Adios, right? So it's a good litmus test for process versus heart, because the process is telling you right now, call the fire department. This shit is burning down. This shit is not good. The heart pop might be telling you, listen, I still want to ride out Bryce Young. Like, I still want to ride with my man, but it's not been good this year. There's been a couple ups. There's been a hell of a lot more down. So, and here's the biggest thing. I will vehemently defend young quarterbacks within their first 2 years, because league history, my brain has shown me that NFL teams will usually give quarterbacks 2 years to prove whether or not you're going to be our franchise guy.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the third year and you start playing poorly or below average. That's when the rumblings start. That's when people start going, is this the guy? Is he even going to be here next year? Are we going to move on? Are we going to find somebody else in free agency? Are we going to draft your replacement? So he is right in that extreme danger zone. Last year, I could confidently defend him against Adam, being like, listen, he's going to be the starting quarterback again, probably this season.
I was with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And the start of his third season, he's going to be the quarterback. But after that, I don't know. And now we're into that I don't know territory. I can't tell you with any sort of confidence Bryce Young will be there as the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers in 2026.
Nah, and not only that, bro, to be honest, I can't even guarantee he's gonna finish out the year. Like, it's getting that bad, because he just looks like a guy. He doesn't look like Tech McMillan, he's giving him the ball. At least he's doing that for us. But outside of that, man, I have no clue the confidence level. He doesn't seem flustered. Like, he on the sideline smiling. Like, he don't look like he did last year when he looked broken. But he doesn't look like a leader either. He just looks like just a guy in the uniform. So, honestly, Shizzle's best offer, man. And I wouldn't throw him away, but I will just say, like Jake just said, he won't beat the Dallas Cowboys. But wait till, if you ever gonna sell him, wait till after this week, because the Cowboys defense is so bad, he could have a resurgence and have 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then the price will go up on the brick. You feel me? So I would definitely wait till after this week. But if this guy goes out there and does nothing against his Cowboy defense, you might not. I don't know.
Yeah, he walks away from the Cowboys game, 150 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 picks. Yikes.
Yeah, it ain't looking good, brother. It ain't looking good, man. So hopefully, Shizzles, man, we hooked you up with that one. Mike, man, got some heart and soul up in the building, baby. That's what I wanted to do tonight. That was the goal, brother. I think we brought that to the table, man. So let me know something before we get up out of here.
You always bring the heart and soul to Fizzle Fridays. Always.
Well, that's my name, brother. So I try to do my best, man.
It's the expectation, right?
For sure.
No, it's good, man. This fantasy season has just, the NFL season, being an Eagles fan and where we're at, and literally spent 30 minutes on it to open the show. God, this is the exact reason why I love playing Dynasty.
Yeah.
Because when I'm down and I'm depressed about how bad some of these teams are doing for me, how bad my NFL team's doing, how shitty the Iowa offense still looks at this point in the season, like, football is just kicking me in the dick over and over again. I look forward to it because I go, thank God I play Dynasty. Well, it's almost rookie season where I get to talk about my favorite college prospects coming out, and who should be QB1 and how many running backs we're going to get and the whole works. And I'm like, at least I got that to look forward to. So if there was any good example of why I play Dynasty versus playing a lot of redraft leagues or something like that, it's because listen, I get to week 5, week 6, and all of a sudden I'm starting to feel a little sad and a little blue, a little
Starting to look at
depressed.
them future prospects, right?
But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. Well, let's double down and let's focus more on this upcoming 2026 quarterback class. Let's
go.
find some dudes in this one. Let's get excited about Mendoza from Indiana.
Nah, there we go, man. That's how we gonna leave it. We got random late. Just one question. Patty Mills, we'll hook you up before we got here. Jackson Dart, top 12, Mike?
No, I'm not ready to do that yet. I mean, that is damn.
I would say this. I'm not sure where Purdy is currently, but he's not over Purdy for me. Not over Dak.
He's over Purdy for me. Fuck that guy. You want to talk about process and heart? That's all heart, man. Fuck Iowa State from here to eternity. Mac Jones should be QB1 for the 49ers.
All right.
No, I mean, some guys that are behind him right now on he's at QB 13 currently on there. CJ Stroud, would be a conversation. I'm still a big believer in JJ McCarthy and
for sure.
Michael Penix. And then Dak Prescott, I know he's older. It's Dak. He's not as exciting. But look at the fucking production Dak Prescott's given, man. I mean,
Mike, the defense alone is the reason why CeeDee Lamb and Dak are just at the top for me. Because they have to score. They got to score.
I don't like your Cowboys, right? I think I've made that very clear. I'm not a big Dak Prescott fan. If Cowboys fuck around and end up in playoff contention, right? Like they're competing for a playoff spot, and I mean really competing. And Dak Prescott keeps playing the way he is, and that's the reason they're there. Dak Prescott's your 2025 NFL MVP. And it hurts my soul to say that, but Dak Prescott is balling. Yeah. The heartbeat of that team. No question.
To me, it's a clean game. No turnovers. The offensive line banged up. He's moving out of the pocket. He's scrambling now. He ain't did that in years. So I think he got a chip on his shoulder, man. But as far as Dart,
I like Dart a lot, but man, to say like QB12 with those guys behind him makes it very hard. He's top 15. How about that? He's top 15.
There we go. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
But if I'm in a dynasty league, as much as I like Jackson Dart and I'm excited for him, and I pounded the table for him all off season when nobody wanted to listen, I got a lot of Jackson Dart shares, and I'm telling you, if you come to me with QB12 or better prices, Dart, I'm helping you pack your fucking bags, bud. See ya.
For sure, man. Well, I ain't planning on going 2 hours, Mike. I told you before the show I was tired, but I knew once I started, man, your boy would be back, man. So
it's the same thing every time, man. I'm pretty sure you and I could come off a full week of just doing benders and staying up and be dead, like bags in our eyes. And as soon as you hit that go live button, we back.
Hey, Mike, I'm not gonna lie, man. It took everything in me to get on this show tonight and be up to speed, but I'm glad I did it because I wouldn't want to be nowhere else on a Friday night, baby. So glad we here, glad we got it popping, man. It is what it is. And
we didn't even mention Angel Reese walking in the Victoria's Secret
show. Huh?
Dude, and I kidded with
you. We throwing Reese's Pieces on the stage, Mike, or what?
It came up on my ex. So, of course, I go to Instagram DMs straight to Fizz, and I post it, right? I send it to Fizz. Like, I can't believe, say what you will about Angel Reese. I'm still Team Caitlyn, right? Till I die. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I said it on this fucking show. Angel Reese is a baddie. Baddie. Certified, bona fide baddie. So, of course, I send that to Fizz. I spent all day today. And I hit Fizz up and I let him know. I said, the fucking algo got me, man. I sent you that one thing about Angel Reese walking in Victoria's Secret fashion show. And now my timeline on X, which used to be nothing but fantasy football and NFL takes and like some weird, random, funny memes. That's what it was. Now it's all Angel Reese and every other chocolate baddie that ever has fucking existed in this world. Like, your boy's getting flooded. I'm bombarded.
That's the algorithm for you, bro. Listen, man. I used to think they had like trackers on our phones, but no, it's just the algorithm. Like I've learned that. Like I've had conversations with people in person. I remember one of my coworkers, I was trying to tell her about her iPhone. That's how old this was, Mike. It's like iPhone 11 or 10 or something. And I was like, man, she asked me, was it waterproof? And I'm like, waterproof? Your phone ain't no damn waterproof. You put it in water, it's gonna break, right? Mike, I promise you. the next day I saw her at work. She was like, do you know, I started seeing waterproof cases and all this stuff popping on I said, man, listen, because our phone would be listening to us. So it went from them listening to us to now they know what we thinking, Mike. Like you could
1,000%.
Like Angel Reed's about to be on my timeline for the rest of the night. I guarantee you that.
I could just be thinking about buying a new truck, and there'll be a fucking ad that pops up the next time I see it. Like
all the time. AI, baby. AI is here.
brain.
AI is here. Speaking of AI, he was here, man, in Maryland. I wanted to go. Mike, he had to buy tickets to the bookstore. He got a book coming out. He had to buy tickets to go. I'm like, damn, bro. I was trying to go pull up on AI, man. So tickets sold out, brother. I ain't get a chance to get my book signed, but I'm still try to get the book when I can get it, man. Now I don't need to rush to get it because I couldn't get it signed right away. So, but it is what it is, man. I had a good time this week, and we glad that you here. Hopefully you had a good time this week, and next week we get it popping, baby. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Angel's only in Chicago. That's like 3 hours away.
Well, she might not be there long, bro. This tomorrow she might get traded, so we'll find out. Maybe she gets traded to the Fever. You know what I'm saying? Right over there to
Go to
Indiana or something.
Play with Caitlin. That's a farther drive for me. That's 5 hours. 3 hours though. I could do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Chicago. Yeah, you're right. Bad. I know about that.
I'll come to you, Angel. You gotta come to me. I'll come to you.
Well, Mike, I said this next week. I do have an idea. If we can make the show next week, I have an idea. But I'm gonna ask you before we get to next week, and this is how we're gonna close it. Versus is back, Mike. Timberland, Swiss Beats, they bringing Versus back. I don't know if you got the news. They only giving us a 2-week notice, which is kind of bad promotion. You tell us that in 2 weeks is back. But Cash Money versus No Limit, man. That is the show. I'm not liking that it's in Vegas. Doesn't give me a good crowd because the Vegas crowd for this old school show doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, it doesn't.
It seems like it's going to be a bunch of young people that just got money that want to go, and they're not going to even know what songs is being played. But
they have no
Cash
idea
Money,
No Limit is.
Exactly, right? So Cash Money versus No Limit. That is next Saturday. If the 20, hold on.
Who this? This P.
No, my fault. Not next Saturday. It's 2 Saturdays. So
this really P make him say,
Dang, you know what, Mike? All right, you know what? So I take it back. Next week, we're not gonna do this. The following Friday, which is the 24th, we're gonna do a versus show. We're gonna do a versus show out for ourselves before the verses. But next week, I figure out what we're gonna do, man. So 2 weeks, y'all, we're gonna have a versus show. Y'all get ready for that. But till then, man, get back next week. You feel me?
Let's go, buddy. Great show, man. It was always good chopping it up with you. And my camera said it's too hot. We out of here.
Even your camera said it was good to get up out of here.
Spicy.
So there we go, man. Well, look, we appreciate y'all, and we're going to end it like that, baby. So next Friday, the following Friday, be here, man. We love y'all.
Yes, sir. Love y'all. Thanks for tapping in.
Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me? I'm the man up in this place. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I run shit here. I'ma burn this motherfucker down.
X Factor like Dez Bryant, my boy 88. Watch dream light when you living like a heavyweight. This ain't a 1 week thing, we grind like every day. Drop this on Fizzle Friday, cause that's my favorite day. And I'm gonna do it my way, cause that's my favorite way. They